What up with YouTube? What y'all up to, man? What up? What up? What up? What's the word on this? What is it? Monday? Monday morning? Monday afternoon? I'm just chilling. I thought I'll say what's up. Say what's up with the good people. Uh, it's getting cold out here in Denver, man. I'm ready for a snowstorm. What's good with it, man? Want to move to Crawler? Are you coming out here, my homie? We gonna have to tap in. What up? What up, Big Robs? What's good with you, bro? Oh damn, the Eagles lost against the Cowboys. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I hope the Cowboys win Kansas City, man. Kansas City helped us yesterday. But now we need Kansas City to fall. It's crazy to me how how one game just gets back Kansas City in the media to say that Kansas City is the odds to go to the Super Bowl when they were just saying Kansas City was probably gonna miss the playoffs. I don't be getting that how fast tunes change in the NFL, man. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I just thought I'll tap in, bro. I've been trying to get over this sickness. Still feeling under the weather, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to just lounge out and just not do anything, you know. But that's tight, bro. You're coming to Texas. That's hard, homie. Where? What part of Colorado you coming to? You'll like it out here. Colorado's pretty dope. It's a different atmosphere. Real clean city, though. You have some opportunity when you come out here. Raiders fired their offensive coach. Damn, interesting. That's how it goes, though. Sometimes, man. Sometimes you just have to. You got to pull the plug on things. Headed to the way, Paul. Let's go. Hell yeah, Big Rocks. I know you going to the way, Paul. You're a 5%er, Big Rocky. Meaning you're the 5% of people that work out in this world, the population wise. There's only 5% of people that really stay with it. Your thoughts on? Oh man, he's a beast. I like that dude because he actually is. They should let him finish out, bro. They want to change the culture with the Browns. They need to let that food play. Stop trying to do that food dirty, bro, because of some personal feelings. He's gonna change the culture for you. He's gonna get them dudes in a good direction, in my opinion. But some people are just content with being losers. And the Browns franchise, been losers for a long time. So you have to do something to change up the culture, right? I see it's a good move. I honestly see it's a good move for the whole Browns organization. I don't know. Some teams just do too much and they stay in their own way, bro. They're like their own downfall. And I think the Broncos were a big example of that for a long time. They were their own downfall. Them dudes was they would not get out their own way, bro. They didn't want to build or nothing. They didn't want to change up the culture. So, but we got it together now, man. We headed in the right direction and it's always a good thing. Nice opportunities coming. But for a minute there I felt like purgatory, bro. I felt like we were never gonna change it up. It takes time. It does, and you have to be patient, bro. That's one thing that us NFL fans and people don't want to ever be patient. Rome wasn't built overnight, bro. It wasn't built overnight, and people want not to be. They just want to not be patient, bro. So they'll give up immediately on somebody, even if he has potential, because fans are not patient. They don't have no patience. Laugh out loud. The Raiders are still there. Yeah, they gotta change the culture. You know that, Robs. They gotta change the culture over there, bro. Cause like I think one of the biggest things with the Raiders is they gotta get from this aura and image of just the dark side. I think karma and how you act, it kind of comes back to bite you. Instead of playing football, these fools want to be swag, and they want to turn this shit into our identities, this tough and rough. And maybe that's the karma that comes back to bite them in the ass, bro. They don't have no. There's a lot of like Raider Nation, especially with like the fan base, that are not humble people. So they don't really have, and then it comes back to bite them because that karma of just being rude and just being this rough and tough organization, and even the players, rough and tough, they care about that more than actually putting good shit on the field. You got to be humble, homie. Like, I don't know, some of these fan bases, some of these organizations are never humble. Um, Rome was built in a week, 2 week celebration. You know what it is, Rada. We back to it, but I always ask my homies that are Raider fans, what would you rather be an organization that wins and just be a square organization, or do you just like, are you a Raider fan because it symbolizes like a lot of culture, right? It symbolizes like minorities and the Rasa, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of fools from the ghetto, NWA. Is that why you a Raider fan, or like is that the only reason? Because if that's the only reason, and you don't really have love for the team but the image, you really don't deserve to like have winning culture, bro. Because you're really not a fan of like the football game and what the team was built off of. You're just a fan of what it symbolizes. Like, I don't know, bro. I see it different a little bit. Good evening, Sev. Hope all is well. What's up with you? How you doing, Miss Barbara? I'm good. I'm just getting over sickness, getting ready for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say this, Robert, because I went to the tailgate, right? And you probably heard the story when I was at the tailgate. These dudes, instead of coming to play for some pride, they were so into being loud and just being obnoxious. They were so into this tailgate that's just obnoxious ass people. And when I turned up, I should have never let them get under my skin, but I turned up and started tripping. It's like, it's all a football game, but they turned it in more than just a football game, just disrespect. And it's like, bro, maybe that's why you don't win. Maybe all the karma from that is why you don't actually win on the field. You know. Um, I have been a Raider fan since 1976. The culture is not the same. I always say it should no longer be the excellence that have passed. They need more forward. Yeah, they need to start a whole new wave, homie, and a whole new energy. Yeah, bro, and I mean, it would be good for them, but it would be good, homie. Like, and I wouldn't be mad for my homies that been down with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, you got to be pissed at the team. You got to be pissed at the team and then count them and call them accountability instead of, oh, bro, we just gonna represent this shit. That's how I feel. Um, Glad you're well. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy holidays. He had it. He had it again. What did it do? My wife had a miscarriage and placed the remains. Damn. A glass jar put inside a. I made to try it. Neither son's spirit. So I feel close to him still. I miss him. Damn, man. Sorry for your loss. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's deep right there, bro. But we here, man. We here for you. You know what I'm saying? I could eat you a can with the spoon. Damn. Okay, that's some gay shit. But all right. Shout out to you though, man. Make sure you hit that like though. You know what I'm saying? Mark Davis needs Mark Davis needs to sell the Raiders. Nah, I mean, I feel that too. Like you got to get it under somebody that really wants to win. You want to get you got to get it into the hands that people that really want to change the culture. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be stagnant, homie, and that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like just talking civilized, not being a Raider hater. Because obviously I'm a Raider hater, but um, how I see it, people are more prone to love the image. I see it all the time, bro. Like it's always an image thing, homie. It's always the color, bro. Like I hear this all the time. Like real fools wear the color black. Real men wear the color black, and I'm like, that color is not winning you anything. So you can say all this real man wear black and this and it's the dark side. If you went to Oakland, you'll get bashed out and smashed. It's like, bro, you guys care about that more than winning on the field. Cause it's only a football game, my homies. That ain't paying you. You're gonna go to jail for that shit. Like you just gonna bash somebody out. And I used to be like that too. So I come from experience of tripping over football, but I'm just like, bro, like be humble. Like know what you are and don't try to like this is the shit I was laughing at. There was at the game, the Raiders lose and they're losing multiple, and you still got some obnoxious ass fool yelling Raiders after the loss. It's like, bro, you just lost and you're not changed. The culture hasn't changed. And you look like a moron because you're losing. Everybody's just laughing at you at this point. What's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't understand that, man. I'm sorry if you like Colorado is struggling. What with what? Colorado Rockies? I just don't see it happening. Not in my lifetime, anyways. Um, Thank you, Marada. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, Gats, I appreciate you, my bro. There's rumors that he might sell the Raiders to jail and offer more. Yeah, they need to do something, my bro. They need to do something, my homie. Like they need to do something definitely. I'm a Raider hater too, but Mark Davis has something going the Delaware Real. I hated that shit. I hated Derek Carr, all that fools, because they would get the Broncos. Um, you know what I'm saying? I told everyone Geno Smith was not the answer. I did too. Fools was arguing with me though. They was hella arguing. What's up with it, man? About it, but better be the one. I mean, he was. Give him a chance, man. They need to give that dude a chance. Maybe he'll do something. I'm outside going to war for the Raiders. I'm outside going to war for the Raiders, but do they go to war? Nah, that's my point, Marada. I do it the same. I know how everybody feels because I'm the first fool to trip over Broncos, right? I be tripping, homie. I literally done got physical and punched fools up and slaps fools and literally tripped because of Broncos, like some gangbanging shit. And I've done that my whole life. Even this last game with the Raiders, bro, I was tripping. Like I was really calling fools out for the fade and everything. Like went up to the DJ tripping, bro. And the fact of the matter, you could do all that shit, bro. And if your team still is losing, it's just like you going to war for these dudes, and these fools they could care less. They're millionaires. And you gonna be out here tripping over some shit that you can't even change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they should have signed Mac. Time for Davis to sell. Savage Sev in the chat. God bless you, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you guys are all blessed for the Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, we do get caught up in the craziness of the Phantom, bro. We do get caught up in that shit. And we don't even have no direct way. The only way you really have direct effect over a game is if you're in the crowd going crazy, right? But even with that, you seen for a long time, Broncos country was still they would still lose at home, bro. Like, that was a crazy thing. They would still lose at home. So it didn't even matter if you went berserk. It all starts with that higher up in your ownership and how are they gonna change the culture and get you in the right direction. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. Like you got to have somebody that just has big nuts, bro. You got to have somebody that got the nuts to be like, I'm changing this culture. This is what we're running. This is what's cracking. Um, I mean, if it's gonna better you in the future, homie, if it's gonna better you in the future, yeah, hell yeah, you need to. You seen us, bro. Like we had to let some clear pieces go, free up some money. And you need somebody with that is not gonna care about what people talk about, and he's just gonna pull the trigger on it. He's gonna pull the trigger and he's gonna do what he has to do to change the culture. But until you have that, you ain't it don't look promising for the Raiders whatsoever because they're in a rebuild every 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I use them. I use the Raiders, bro, as an example of what I don't want the Broncos to ever be. I don't want that shit. And we were to a point where we were getting like that. And it took a big boy like Sean Payton to change the culture, bro, and say, nah, no more, homie. We got to turn it up. We got to trade and get bad juju out. Even if they're favorites, let them go. Because once you get the bad juju out, you have all the opportunity to change a lot of shit up. Yeah, I said the same thing, and I got torched for it. I mean, you guys should know. You guys are real fans of the team. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what's best for the squad. What's best for the squad. I just know as an outsider looking in, because with the Raiders, you guys are probably. I put more energy into the Raiders and Broncos than everybody else in the division. I just grew up off of Raider hating. So you guys were probably the main team that I just kind of watched at a distance. And I know this for a fact, patching in players and trying to patch these players in and just doing it a revolving door and revolving your coaches and just not doing anything really that benefits you guys, it just keeps you in this rut. Going to get Geno Smith, like that was trash. I mean, I said it from there. I laughed when Raider fans were trying to tell me y'all had a chance to win the division with Geno Smith. I laughed at that shit, bro. You just patched the whole thing with Geno Smith. You think we're scared of that? Because they were trying to tell me that Broncos was going to be in last place and Geno had a better opportunity. Like, bro, do you see who your quarterback is? Pete Carroll had an opportunity to go get a quarterback, bro. They could have traded up and got your foundational QB, even if they said it was a reach. But you got to have people that know and will do that shit and pull the trigger on it because look what's happening now. You guys are in a full rebuild again. Y'all's rebuilding again. Y'all don't even know what's going to go on next year. Are you going to go get a QB? Are you going to stay? What are you guys going to do? The Rams doing a headquarters for the Raiders on for that might be a situation. You guys got to look into all aspects, you know. Robert, who do you want for the Raiders to get a head coach? I I try to put my see, and this is a hard thing for me, and this is why I say so. I was a fan of the Broncos since 1989, bro. My whole existence since becoming a fan, Broncos actually have they competed for championships, bro, my whole life. The 90s, 89, 90s, 97, 98, early 2000s, 2015, got back on track with Tim Tebow, Peyton Manning. We went down all the way since Peyton Manning, and now we're going back on track. See, so I don't really know. I couldn't walk the shoes in a franchise being bad for a long time. But my 10 years with Peyton Manning since Peyton Manning, I really I really try. I can't fathom how a team can be down for so long and there's no real change. And it's like that has to do with the culture. That has to do with the culture, bro. Because if you move from Oakland and then you go to Las Vegas and it's the same old shit, it's not just now. It's not just one thing. It's your whole culture, bro. And maybe that's why I say this, and honestly, and it's not just like a bias thing. Maybe you guys have to get away from the whole dark side image that you guys try to hold up so much. Like this is the Raiders dark side, homie. Like you know what I'm saying. Maybe you should stop telling. Maybe the fans should stop being like, if you went to Oakland, you would get beat up, bro. Like a gang. It's like, damn, I mean, it's only football. Y'all's tripping. That's up, yeah, 5 times. Damn, and that's a wild thing, bro. You could have had that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have had that. Um, y'all could have definitely had that. Imagine if you pulled the trigger on him, bro. That would have been That would have been your squad right there, my homies. That would have been the Raiders squad right there. But what do we do? All we can do is hope, homie, as fans. All we can do is hope as fans. Now, I'll say this for all the teams, this NFL era is soft, right? The NFL era is soft, bro. It's not even like, to be honest, football's not even fun how it used to be. Football is actually just not even like how I grew up off of it. Like, I used to appreciate football. I used to love football season, homie. But it's just such a betting thing now. And you know deep down, homie, there's different things that you watch in this game, and you be like, bro, that shit would have never happened back in the day. This shit is soft. And you can't even argue. Nobody can argue that shit because we see it every weekend if you watch this game. I watched the Broncos game, bro, and there was a flag every single play that dictated momentum, moving the change, flags when fools got momentum and they're in a good rhythm. And we never got that shit when I was in the 90s, bro. Never. 80s, definitely not. Um, the QB and wide receiver need to just wear flags. Yeah, homie. That shit is such booty, bro. It makes the game so not fun. It makes the game so not fun as a real football fan, homie, that gave a lot of time to this football brand. It was so authentic when I was little, bro. Like, I literally used to watch it and just think these fools were gladiators. Didn't have no second thought about it being rigged and the scandals, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was going on, but we never seen it, homie. And it made the game so fun, bro. The not having fantasy football and betting with all that shit, with all the fantasy shit, and bet FanDuel, bro, it made the games hella fun because it felt authentic. Like you was really watching a game of just authentic ass people. You got that shit now, and everybody is so worried about stats more than they're worried about the game. Check this out. My kids play championship game for Pal Leagues in the Old Mile High Invesco. Nice, homie. Hell yeah. That's actually that's the genuine type of football right there. It has to be Mark Davis, because Al Davis, when he was healthy, the Raiders had the most playoff wins, I think, at the time. Yeah, but that was a different culture too. That was a culture where you could be a real football player at that time too. In the 80s, bro, 70s, 60s, you could be a real football player. You could beat each other up. No crying. That's why I could never ever like I could never look at a quarterback in this era, bro, and try to take him over a quarterback of the old era. I could never say somebody's a GOAT in this era. Nobody. Nobody in this era will ever be a GOAT to me because it's so soft, homie. Like, it's soft. You they would get run, the table would get ran over them dudes of these dudes in this era, homie. If they try to play in the 80s and 90s and 70s and 60s. These fools are two sissies. What up, Blue Local? What's good with you, bro? I got that text message. I sent you a text message. Can't even tackle the damn quarterback. It's trash. It's trash, homie. That shit. Back in the day, homie, the quarterbacks used to get slammed on the head, picked up and slammed on the head. No roughing the passer. You could just massacre fools back in the day. That's what made the game so hard, homie. And all this spearing, that was a common thing back in the day. Just spear. Fools was spearing each other. I seen fools flipping in the cold. Bro, if your team won a Super Bowl after 2019, it's not real. It's soft. I always say that, bro. I agree with you. That shit is whack. Like, it was so built for quarterbacks to be able to succeed nowadays. And I don't even take a lot of these quarterbacks as looking at them as real goats, in my opinion, in my respectful opinion, because they're not even really playing this game how this game was created. They're playing where it's watered down, and it's pansy shit. It's pansy for them. It's pansy for all them. Like, everybody that won a Super Bowl after 2019, it became watered down where it's just given to these dudes. What up, OG? Bronc Nuts in the building. What's cracking with you? You know the logo. What it do? Yeah, man. We just talking about chopping it up, bro, and chopping it up about how the culture has switched in the NFL. And I know you're an old school South Stander at heart too. You can't, when you look at them old 80 teams, bro, even when John Elway came in the league, 83, bro, and the Raiders were in their little prime aspect, they were battling, homie. And I remember when Mark Jackson told, what I'm saying, John Madden, homie, it's over, fat boy. Them teams hated each other, bro. And it was not just hate. It was not just hate from the players. The fans hated each other. We live to be Raider haters, bro. Them fools used to talk about coming to Mile High Stadium, homie, and the fans from the South Standers would throw batteries at the Raiders players. If you go look at the interview that John Madden did, he said when you went to Mile High, bro, the fans, like, literally, we were dodging snowballs with batteries in them, bro. Them Bronco fans used to throw snowballs at us. Oakland, you couldn't even go out there, bro. Them fools was beefing, homie. It was all over, and that was another thing is too. Nobody was kumbaya, bro. If you hated a team and their players, you didn't go over there and try to get their jerseys and let's go eat dinner. Let's go party with each other, bro. It was a pure hatred. A pure hatred. That's what made the shit so fun, bro. That shit was hella fun. You got fools that are fans of, you got fools that are fans of teams in a division. I seen so many Bronco fans, bro, going for Kansas City Chief in the Super Bowl, homie. I don't know if it was every fan base, and I heard that Raider fans were doing the same shit too because of the Niners shit. Back in the day, homie, that was you would never go for a rival. You would never go for a rival in a game. You don't go for rivals. That's a bit. That's forbidden, bro. Now you're not allowed to do that. I actually miss his videos he used to do. Guys are real Bronco fans. I respect it. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, the homie Brock Nuts is dedicated, bro, from the old school. He's an old school fan. Old school fan. We just appreciated the game 10 times more, man. We appreciated the game 10 times more. Like, you can't even appreciate this game no more, man. Hell yeah, man. Shout out to the family, bro. Shout out to your fans, Rada. You can't even appreciate the games no more, man. You can't appreciate that shit. I just, it's a different day and age, man. And I mean, I know things change and shit, but now it's all like you wonder if every game is there's an underlining to that shit. You wonder. You really think about this shit and be like, is there an underlining to this game? Why did these fools win? That shit was suspect. You're watching for this shit now. You know what I'm saying? You're watching for this shit. And and I'll tell you like this, man. I'll tell you like this. And it's not just this is my thing. It's not just because the Chiefs are in it's not just because the Chiefs are in our division, but my problem with this is, and I seen it today too. I seen all these commercials. I mean, when you and this happened with Brady too. When you give a poster child, when you give a certain player the poster child status of the NFL and he's representing your team across commercials and different things, they're automatically going to want that guy in everything that they do with the NFL. That's just the truth. He's the moneymaker of the NFL. He's the one that is promoting. And when they have that, and it's only one dude that they do it, and that's been Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady was an example too. You cannot say because of their main boy, they're not gonna try to give that dude the shine in championship games and push him through. That's just the truth, bro. They changed the rules on what you can do to players and what you can't. That's why it gets overbearing with the shit with they over just exert this shit and promote these dudes, bro. So um why did you block me on the I don't know if you got blocked, homie. You probably were a porn bomber or something. You know what I'm saying? Laugh out loud. I was at the game with Lincoln Kennedy when they were throwing snowballs. Remember that shit? He rushed the fans. He rushed the fans, man. I can't anymore. I actually can't. God bless Bo Nix dealing with the dish. Hey, you know what it is, man. When you doing something and people don't want you to do, my homie, my Bronco brother, you gonna have everybody mad at you. You gonna have everybody mad at you. That's what it is with Bo Nix, my homie. He's making everybody change their narrative, and he's winning with dignity, and he's doing it with hard work. So they don't like that. Everybody counted our boy out, bro. Everybody counted Bo Nix out. All we have to do, homie, is just keep winning. That's the bottom line. Just keep winning. Keep winning. Make people mad. You win, and you're the dude that try to count you out. You gonna make the league mad, homie. And that's what the Broncos actually have done. We've made everybody in the media so mad because they said we couldn't. I like that because we're playing with something that's bigger than ourselves, bro. Like we are actually playing with something bigger than ourselves. So I'll take that. I'll take that dramatically. Nah, look at yeah, hell yeah. We ain't even got a snowstorm out here in Denver, man. Uh Jerk mate. But that's kind of a beautiful mindset to have, my homie. Is like to be the underdog and you're really crashing fools out. But hey, you know as I do, homie. If you've been around this Broncos team for like as long as I have, every year we won the Super Bowl, we were underdogs. They hated on they said Peyton Manning was not going to win a Super Bowl with us, bro. John Elway definitely. So we've been hated even our runs. It's not new. We are just hated by the NFL, homie. We are the small media. They feel like we're the small media market. I don't know why we piss so many people off, but a lot of people just don't. They don't like the Broncos, homie, and that's cool. That's all good. That's all good and gravy. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do your part and just continue to win. And we've been winning, 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 winning. And it feels good. It feels good at this point. They can't deny it no more. You can't just tell us something because we're making you eat your words. We're making people eat their words. Homie, all the hate turned into success for us. You know? Now, all we really have to do is win out most of our games, bro, and we're solidified as number one seed. We get the number one seed. Everything is possible in this league, homie. You don't want to come to Denver and have to battle us out here. You don't want to have to come play a playoff spot. You don't want to have to come out here and play us here because we don't lose here. Like that's the whole thing about Mile High Magic. That's where it was started from, bro. We don't lose in Mile High. It's hard to win it. So we got that shit back. So we're willing to run the table with anybody, homie. Anybody. And with this defense alone, homie, you can do wonders with a defense like this. You know why? You know why you can do wonders with the Broncos defense? Because they don't let people put up points. This Broncos defense is not going to allow you to run the scoreboard up on us. So when I say this, I mean it. The Broncos defense is going to slow down a team so much that regardless, even if you have Bo Nix, he's not going to have to put up that many points. It's always going to be in arm's reach because of our defense. So you got that. You have the recipe for success. Who can stop that? I don't know. Not much teams can stop a team that got a defense that's so dominant. And then you got any average type of football play from the offense, bro. And there's not a juggernaut in the NFL right now, bro. There's not a pure juggernaut. Kansas City, they got flaws. Buffalo Bills got flaws. The Ravens got flaws. Those are the three teams that they say you're supposed to worry about. I'm not worried about Patriots. They ain't even played nobody. The Colts got flaws. Steelers got flaws. Texans got flaws. Everybody got flaws, bro. It's not just the Broncos. So when I hear this, you're gonna go one and done in the playoffs. If you're not the experienced teams that have more of a shot to beat the Broncos, I don't see how any other team in the playoff picture right now, just with how we're set up, is supposed to just dominate the Broncos. Nah, homie. Better hope you better. This is for anybody that's a Bronco hater. You better hope that the Kansas City Chiefs get in the playoffs, the Bills, and the Ravens, just because of the experience. Because if they miss the playoffs, I don't see nobody that's in the playoffs right now that who can beat the Broncos. Honest truth. Who do you think's going to beat the Broncos if out of them teams that are in the playoffs right now have to come out to Denver with this Broncos defense and the Mile High Magic? Who's going to beat the Broncos out here? Nobody, homie. It would have to be Kansas City, the Ravens, or the Bills. That's the only three teams that have a shot because they're experienced. But everybody else that's in the playoff picture right now, none of them fools actually. I could never say they're more dominant than the Broncos. Big opportunity. So that's the real road to the playoffs, the real road to the Super Bowl. The real road to the Super Bowl, homie, it's literally clear. It's clear right now. Now, if the Broncos have to travel, if the Broncos have to travel to go on the road, it's a better shot the Broncos might lose in the playoffs. Definitely. But if you're playing here and we get number one seed, damn, homie, that's crazy. That's crazy how fast the Broncos have changed the culture, bro. It's crazy to me. The Broncos changed the culture in a year, 2 years since Sean Payton. He's changed the culture so much from being a joke of the NFL to now that one of the teams that they're always talking about now. They have to talk about it. Oh, who's going to be the Broncos? You know what I'm saying? All these fools that were saying the Broncos didn't have a shot, they're all on here now with the Broncos sucking them up. Now they're like they can't even say nothing at this moment. Like they all had to shut up. A lot of these fools had to shut up, and it's the ones that just don't want to let go and come to reality that are gonna constantly hate because you're always gonna have that. You can't ever get just people to be a realist, just people to be real. When we talk sports, it's always gonna be something with somebody. You know, it's always gonna be something with somebody, bro. His vision is on point. The receipts are there, bro. The receipts are there. When you say that, his receipts and his action has shown. Like his receipts, his action, like he showed through action. He didn't just show through the words of anything, bro. He showed through action. That's why when the Broncos got Sean Payton, bro, I knew from the get-go, homie. I didn't question any of that shit. I knew just how he is and just what he's gonna do for the team and people in this fan base, homie. That's what drove me crazy about the Broncos fan base. They had to question everything, bro. We couldn't just we couldn't actually just be a fan base and all on one accordance. Everybody wanted to argue that they knew more than Sean Payton, the fans. These dudes questioned everything about Sean Payton, bro, to a point it came off so pessimistic. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you guys watched this game, and I don't know if you got this syndrome of just being victims, because that's how it came off. All these fools were just victim minded, homie. They never thought and had confidence for anything. All these dudes, every decision, oh, bro, it's not gonna work. Oh, bro, I don't want like that's not gonna work, bro. How do you figure that's just not gonna work? How do you figure that? This fool has receipts. He has history behind him. You guys are just talking from fans. Like you guys ain't never built anything in your lives, and you're trying to tell a Super Bowl winning coach how to build a team. Mind blowing to me, bro. I still that's outer space to me. And you guys will bash the Broncos because they don't go your narrative and fit your narrative. No faith, homie. I'll be the first one to call out a lot of Bronco fans. I know a lot of Bronco fans don't want to hear that shit, but dude, they like some Bronco fans were more over the top with shit than actually haters, bro. Because I know some haters that were like, damn, you guys have a good foundation. And fools that aren't even a part of the team, they're like, bro, you guys have a good foundation. But there was some fools on Broncos Twitter and Broncos communities and the channels, bro. You couldn't even have a discussion with these dudes without them fools coming off like they're just shaky. They were just shaky, homie. 1 minute they're happy, the next minute they're not. 1 minute they're just, hey, bro, it's the greatest thing on earth. And we're like Foo started saying Super Bowl after a couple wins. You get some losses in the thing, and now they turn their whole back. And it's like, bro, where did all that faith go? Before this season start, how's it feel to have your team on top, bro? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? After so many years of paying Manny, bro, after paying Manny, sis, I'm just chilling, relaxing. I ain't tripping off anything, man. I mean, I'm living in the cloud nine right now because I just know that the Broncos have battled to be in this spot. It wasn't given to us. We just battled. And nobody can tell me anything at this point because they already succeeded standards, sis. Even if they went to the playoffs and lost in the second round, they succeeded all standards. You're giving Bo Nix a third year and go build with the offense. You might have some years coming with this Bronco squad, you know. So it takes time to win championships. We know that real football fans that's been around football, we know how much it takes time to build a real championship type squad. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't. That shit takes time, bro. Um, Overnight task. You could look at our nearest success with Broncos. I mean, 2015, at the end of the era of Broncos football with Peyton Manning, it finally took him all them years to finally get that one ring, homie. He was out here for 4 years, and there was bruises and bumps. We had to bring in players. We had to basically build that shit. It didn't happen overnight, even with Peyton Manning. A lot of people didn't even think Broncos were going to win that Super Bowl because they said that he was just washed up. But the point being, it took many years of that era even to build that shit, bringing Emmanuel Sanders and DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, and Stewart, right? People forget that shit. John Elway, bro. You know how many years it took John Elway to get his rings? It don't happen overnight. It takes years, bro. You have to be patient with that shit. And some franchises it takes a little bit more than it takes other franchises. And this is what I would tell Bronco fans, man. Instead of being so pessimistic and being sad about it, go look at the franchises that never get that shit together, that are always in a revolving door, that just revolve in this door of just being down and out, never can get out their own way. And then you tell me how bad you fools as Bronco fans got it. Because some of you Bronco fans, y'all was acting like y'all just had it the worst in your life. Go ask a Raider fan or a Browns fan, bro, what they've been through as fans. And then you guys tell me if you got it good or you got it bad. That's the truth. As a fan over the years, and I'm an older fan, I'm an older generation fan. I learned to like the process of football. I learned to enjoy the process of building and seeing that shit come together. I learned the process is what creates a foundation. The process, bro. Being patient and not just trying to just run and pull the trigger on everything and try to think that you're gonna patch in players, and you're gonna bring these players, old school fucking washed up quarterbacks, and you think you're gonna win a championship like that, bro? Nah, homie. Nah. It takes a foundation to build that championship roster. We have a championship roster, people. Broncos country, like right now, there's not too many holes in this Broncos football team. Not too many holes. I still believe in our wide receivers. We need to get a little more firepower on that offense side of the ball. But you can't tell me, unless you're a pure hater, unless you just somebody that just hates the Broncos, that just will never get out your own way and can't get props. You can't tell me any logical football fan is going to look at the Broncos and say, hey, bro, nah, them fools, they don't have what it takes. You would be a dummy to say that, or just a pure hater. You would be an idiot. You would be stupid to think that they haven't built something that can take them to the championship. You would be a clown. Sometimes we have to have bad seasons to learn our lesson. Yeah, we had many bad seasons, my bro. We had many bad seasons as Bronco fans, bro, and we learned that lesson. We learned that lesson, my bro. And now I think we finally just, I guess I'm humble. I'm humble because it took so long, bro. And now I'm just like, I'm clear-minded as the team. I'm clear-minded, bro. I don't see, like, I'm feeling like I'm built, and I feel like this team is built to compete with any team out there. Anybody, bro. There's not one team that I see that I just tremble going into a week with. I mean, like, because I know this defense is that good, bro. It's going to slow down any quarterback. You're a quarterback, you're getting slowed down by this defense. You are. You are. If the Cowboys, that are technically one of the most point scoring offenses this year, if they got slowed down tremendously, and Danny Dimes, he came out here and we basically won because our defense still slowed him down, your team doesn't put fear in me. Your team, I don't fear any of your guys' teams. That's just the truth. In the playoffs, regular season. And I said it way before, and I'll still say this, right? I still say this. Whatever happens from here on out is just topping on the cake. Topping on the cake. I didn't say a Super Bowl. I didn't say the Super Bowl this year. Now, can they still go to the Super Bowl? Hell yeah, because this defense is that good. I said the third year. I said next year, Broncos, they'll reach a Super Bowl. And I gave Bo Nix, in the 4 years of his career, he'll win a Super Bowl. This year, I'm enjoying the ride. This year, I don't have expectations for a Super Bowl, but I see that there's a path that Broncos can go to the Super Bowl, bro. Wouldn't it be stupid for me to not believe the Broncos can go to the Super Bowl? I just think we're 1 year off of really making runs and really competing for the next of our life. With this Bo Nix era, I believe that the future, there's no more losing seasons. It's here. Because if there was a losing season, this season, sophomore slump, Bo Nix was technically not supposed to be a winner this year. Everybody said sophomore slump, and he got in one. But his team still has him 9-2. Best of the NFL. Best of the AFC West. Playing for the #1 seed. This is Bo Nix's sophomore slump, my homies. Sophomore slump, and the Broncos football team is 9-2. He gets through the sophomore slump. He gets a little more weapons on offense, and this defense stays intact. Oh, bro. Oh. You could just taste success, championships in the future. Especially at Mile High. We're untouchable. Mile High Magic. Let's go, bro. Let's go. That's what I like to hear, homies. That's what I like to hear. That's how you guys got to feel about it. Y'all have to, I have to remind some Bronco fans, bro, you in a good spot right now. There's no, I see Bronco fans still to this day like, just be humble. Let's just be humble, bro. Be humble. Now there's over cockiness, right? But don't come into an argument and already get defeated. Don't try to represent the Bronx, bro, and don't have that energy like you're confident about the Broncos. Because really, you just got that old mindset still. You're still victimized by the old Broncos. You still think this team's the old Broncos. I see it all the time. Just be confident. Don't talk so much crazy, bro. Don't talk. Nah, bro. You should be like, bro, we have a chance to win every game. Forget all that humble talk. Forget all that peace talk. Your team could back you up. That's the difference. You were not allowed to say anything. And I aim my words a lot. But my team never backed me up. The Broncos would never back me up. Never. So it was all off of just me talking just off of faith, right? And just loving the squad. Now the Broncos back me up. The Broncos gave me so much firepower, bro. I'm going into every argument just telling you, bro, you don't want to see the Broncos, especially at home. You don't want to come in the playoffs and have to battle us. No. I took a bunch of 2CB and realized that God was reality, and this was later confirmed with I am for I am. Comment the burning bush made. Wowzer, you are deep. I give you all kudos, bro, for being that deep. You are next level, homie. Your mind is just fucking out of this world, bro. I appreciate you coming to share the community with your great knowledge, bro. See, you should start up a YouTube channel, bro, and literally bless people with your knowledge, homie. You just fucking blew my mind, homie. Like I'm just damn, homie. If you start up a YouTube channel with your greatness, bro, I will be your first sub, homie. You start up your channel today, I will promote you, and I will be your first sub, homie. Because I just see greatness right here in this comment section, bro. You blew my mind, bro. That's some crazy shit. Hey, homie hit that shit, bro. And he's taking you to another world, my homie Ryan. He's taking you to another world, bro. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like we have some good people, bro. Some real next level individuals on these YouTube platforms, man. So, hey, you think about that shit, man. The real homie, the real Cowboy fan Dan, go teach the nations, great one. You know what I'm saying? Teach the nations. Don't just waste your energy, little dude, on just being a person in the comment section. You got to take it. See, that's what I tell about these average people. When you have the greatness, the smartness of your mindset right there, bro, you gotta build your platform and teach. Because if you're not teaching your greatness, bro, you don't have your responsibility goes out the window. But yeah, bro. So mile high salute to the riders out there, bro. Mile high salute to everybody. Holidays, man. I hope everybody's holiday is good. I hope everybody has a good ass holiday. Thanksgiving, homie. Good family, friends. Now we already through one more year. We're through another year in this, and this year went fast, homie. This year went fast. I can't even believe it's already Thanksgiving. We got like 40 days left of 2025. Damn, fool. I was stuck on acid and shrooms for a minute, and it definitely broke down the doors of perception. Yeah, homie, that stuff really takes you to a whole different universe. A whole different universe, bro. You'll really see different things. But in reality, homie, that could be the spiritual world. Like that could be the next level of spirits, demons, angels. And when you have your mind open, so you might see some things and you might be like, dang, this is crazy, bro. We really live in a wild universe, the Matrix, bro. But drugs, stay away from drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. You don't want to do drugs. Don't open yourself to drugs. And especially to you young kids. You don't got to do drugs to be, you don't got to be doing drugs to try to be cool, bro. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Set your own tone. Be a good person. And when I say be a good person, like go out there and have love for people and care for people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like try to live your life where you care about the next person, the next generation. The people you come around, leave them with something, homie. Like where they can say, hey, that fool left us with something. He was an example of what success was. That dude right there, bro, he wasn't just a fool that just literally was just here existing. Cause I don't understand. I don't be understanding people that just exist. You're just here to exist. You're just here to be the funny guy. You're just here to be an example of what you don't want to be, what you don't want to be, bro. Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that person. That you're the example. That was your whole legacy to be an example of what not to be. Crazy, bro. Crazy, 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 crazy. True, that shit will set you back. Real talk, I regret all them years and money I wasted. How? Yeah, bro. That was bet. I guarantee that, and I guarantee that indented your pockets. I guarantee that indented the pockets, bro. You would have had money, homie. Spending money on getting high and hitting your fixes. You would have bred it up. That's how I kind of think about with my life and how it turned out. If I would have spent all my energy on being successful, homie, and getting an education and getting my business shit going and making money, put that same energy that I did in the streets into all that, I would have been a millionaire, homie. A millionaire. I would have been set if I would have put that same energy I did in gangs in the street life into creating a business and getting my education, homie. I would have been I would have been a millionaire. And I think everybody could have went down that road, homie. I think everybody, like if you would have put all the energy into doing something good, everybody would have been successful. Nah, that's the truth. Nah, honestly, homie. And once you're around certain crowds, you're gonna go, and that's why I tell my younger nieces and nephews and all the kids, focus in on you, focus in on yourself before you focus on who you chill with. Like focusing on what's gonna take you over the top. Go get your schooling out the way. That's the cool shit. That's what's cool. Go get your education. Forget chilling with the fools that are in school that are the popular people. Like, forget all that shit. Go graduate. Go graduate, homie, and be a square. Being a square is hard to me, bruh. Like I know that sounds crazy, but being the square and being the fool that's just simple and don't put yourself out there to be in all this crazy shit, that's what's tight to me. That's actually dope because that means that they actually can focus in on building a real life empire, not being a 40-year old that has stripes and has this receipt and resume from other people because people know you a writer or whatever and don't have nothing to show for. That's not hard, bro. Like being 40 years old, you have all the stripes from the streets. You got homies that love you, look up to you. They really respect you as a bigger brother or an OG. And you 40 and you still in this world trying to survive and strive. That's not a fun way to live, homie. And to be real, they ain't even your so-called friends. They are just miserable. Yeah, misery loves company because at the end of the day, if if you're not doing what they usually, if you're not doing what they like, they usually don't have nothing for you. You always can tell what people are about is if they're doing something to actually better the situation around them, homie. Like that's why I don't mess with too many people because I don't mess with a lot of people, bro. Not even like my homies and friends. I have like a tight ass circle now. I went from having a gang of homies around me on a regular basis. My house was the hood house. My house is where everybody came and functioned at my crib. Fools will always be at the crib, having homies around me all the time. to now I got maybe two, three, I'll say five at the most of people that are my inner circle, homie. I got my dedicated rider that I know he's on that success shit. One phone call away, bro. I don't never got to question that fool. He's coming in and he's coming in to actually get down with whatever. I don't question that fool in anything. I got my loved ones and my family, and then I got people that are a part of what I do, the culture of gym. That's who I talk to. People that are in the gym, people that are about trying to better themselves. And I talk to all the gym rats, homie. Outside of that, I don't even got nothing for people, like, because I don't like their conversation. Talking about the same old shit. Telling me about the shit that just don't even make sense to me. Like, bro, that don't do nothing for none of us. You still talking about the same old shit we was talking about 5 years ago. It ain't doing nothing for any of us. You give me this is how I know I matured, bro. If I talk to you and I leave the conversation and I'm drained, I'm literally drained and I got a headache by listening to what you're talking about, I literally just don't want to be around that. I will literally be like, bro, I ain't never gonna talk no conversation. That food drains all my energy. When the drugs and money are gone, they don't want to fuck with you. Nah, if you know how it goes, bro. If you're not benefiting somebody something, if you're not benefiting people something, bro, and you're not a benefit, and they don't have no benefit of you being around, why would they keep you around? Why would they keep you around? It's like a lot of people. That's how it is, my homie. Is what they benefit, but what you benefit them, homie. That's what a lot of people out there, homie. You benefit them. That's why they keep you around. But as soon as you don't go, as soon as you ain't swinging for their same shit, and you ain't swinging for that same road, and you don't benefit them anything, they gon' drop like flies, homie. You ain't even gonna see people no more. And this is how I know that's true, because as soon as I started doing different things, homie, and I started changing the way I move, I didn't even have to separate from people. People didn't want to be around me. People were like, "Oh, that fool's on. He a boring ass fool. He's boring. Hell yeah, I'm boring. I'll be the first one to tell you. I chill, homie. I'm relaxing. I want a peace of mind. I mean, I don't want to come and hear the problems of everybody. I don't want to get a phone call and you telling me how you tripping with this fool over here, and you calling me and I'm like, bro, did you handle that shit? You didn't even handle that shit, but you calling the homie because you think I'm gonna just pull up and go fight your battles. If you ain't fighting your own battles, why the hell I want to fight your battles for you, homie? If you calling me saying these fools is tripping, you're basically calling me to see if I could just pull up and go get in your mix. And I'm like, bro, well, I get the rundown, and it's like, you only tripping with one dude. You could have just bashed that fool out, and then call me like, hey, homie, I got off on this fool, smashed this fool up. But you actually calling me to basically tell me that you about to get into it with these fools, just to basically see if I'm gonna say, hey, cuz where you? I'm about to pull up on you to come fight your battles, bruh. I used to do that shit all the time, homie. I used to be the homie that pulls up in all situations, every situation. Bro, that shit just got played out true, homie. But when the drugs and money are gone, now that's just some real facts about it. That's just the real facts about it. Like, nobody ain't got time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I can't call if I can't call you, homie. If I can't call you when I'm moving, homie, and I'm moving, and you don't want to pull up for the homies to come help me move to the new location, and you don't want to help me move these couches up the stairs, man, I ain't got nothing for you. Don't be calling me when fools is tripping with you. Don't be calling when fools is tripping with you. Cause I never had it once in my life call fools to come trip for me. I just handle business. What up, baby bro? What's good with you, bro? That's the reality. That's the difference between the ones that I grew up with in my generation. Homie, we handled our business all the way through, and then call fools like, "Hey, we just got at these fools." We didn't. You better just be careful because these fools might be mad. Cause we just got at these fools. We didn't call and tell the homies, "Oh, no, bro, like I need you to pull up, homie," and I'm tripping with these fools. Nah, bro, you handle that shit and then deal with the consequences later, fool. Fools ain't even a fools just all the way wild down. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I see you. Are you still jumping out of planes, fool? Yeah, no, that's tight, bro. Congratulations. You still on the planes, bro? Off them parachutes? Off them big parachutes, homie? Hell yeah. That's baby bro right there. Jumping out of planes, homie. You know? Now that's cool though, man. Like I always think about that shit since we talked that day. Fool, you was telling me you was jumping out of planes. I said, man, I'm gonna go jump. I think I'm gonna go do a parachute for Jay's 40th birthday. Yeah. And I'll tell you like this, my homie Ryan, homie. I'll tell you like this, fam. It's hard though. It really is hard, homie. It really is hard because if you did something your whole life, if you did something your whole life to break away from that shit and better yourself, it's the hardest decision you will make, homie. I gave 30 plus years to what I did. 30 plus years. Since 12 years old, homie, I was already full-fledged all the way to 37 years old, bruh. And to break away and get into a different mindset where you have to strive for a whole different ball game. It was one of the hardest things, but one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, homie. Yeah, we got a combat jump. Damn. Hey, you need to do some footage, bro. You need to hit me with some footage. I want to see that shit. Send me some footage next time, bro. Have somebody record that shit. But it's never too late to change, homie. If you have air in your lungs, homie, and you still have a chance to change, you can change. You can change. But rock with the foods that are gonna change with you, homie. Rock with the foods that are actually gonna support that shit. Cause anybody that gets mad at somebody changing, bro, is a hater, bro. That's just some fake shit. If people get mad at you making better change for yourself, that's not your real brother. That's not your real people. That's just some fool that was benefiting off you. Cause the real ones, homie, all my real ones, my day ones and the real ones, homie, they always say how proud of the change. That's the difference between being real and fake. The fake ones is gonna get pissed at that shit. And they're gonna show their true colors, like you changing up, you changing up. The real ones are gonna be like, damn, bro, I salute that shit, homie. I appreciate you for that shit. You're doing everything in your possibility to be a better man. A lot of haters out there, homie. A lot of haters out there, bro. And this is my whole thing with the whole shit. That's a fact, though. Move forward and love to see progress. Hell yeah, I love that shit, man. I love to see all my people that my loved ones, homie, be productive and be successful. That to me that's more honorable than some fool that's in the streets earning stripes. Being a man, taking care of your responsibilities, being a man and standing on firm on your responsibilities, homie. That's more respectable. Now, I'm not saying that's more gangster because people get this shit misconstrued. What up, my Rada? What's good with the productions? People get this shit misconstrued all the time, homie. Being a man and taking care of your kids, it doesn't have nothing to do with being a gangster. I see this shit all the time. Oh, bro, real gangsters take care of their kids and this and that. Nah, bro, that's being a man. A gangster is a fool that will say, hey, homie, I'm a motherfucker that puts the hood before everything. That's what real gangbangers do and real gangsters do. They put the hood before their shit. They'll go do a penitentiary risk and leave their kids. That's not honorable, homie. Being a man is what's honorable. Like, take care of your responsibilities. And that shit is more honorable to a person like me. Cause I'm like, homie, he puts energy into the real shit that he needs to in life, not into this smoke and mirrors, bruh. Smoke and mirrors of what the gang life is and what the gangster shit is. It's all smoke and mirrors, homie. We live in 2025. You don't really, like, to be honest, you don't even really earn gangster stripes like you did like when we were growing up in the 90s, because this is the era of soft snitching, and it's the era of LGBT. So that's what fools are signing up in this era. That's what the gangster comes out, because all these fools is homosexuals and all these fools is snitching, bruh. All these fools are snitching and all these fools is homosexual. So you trying to be a gangster in 2025? If this is the year that you actually got put on the hood, you just you was a product of this era. So meaning that you came in the softest era ever. For real. True. I remember when I checked into rehab, everybody, yeah, bro, you gonna have that shit. You gonna have that shit, my homie. You gonna have that shit. You gonna have people hating, but it's on you. It's on you as a real one to not even care. You got it. You If you did everything in your possibility, homie, you gave all ounces and energy to the hood and what you did. And if you were a loyal and you don't got smut on your name, you got a right to you got a right to do what you have to do to get away from shit. We all look for ways out, homie. Only people that want to be in that shit and continue is fools that are still trying to find their self. How are your damn that right there, that's a perfect example of what you don't want to be. You got a grown man on here talking about P. Diddy, and see, you don't want to be 40 years old, bro, in the basement making fake accounts trolling in this manner. This is the worst way to troll right here. He came in with the zesty molesty. He's probably a grown ass man that did this shit too. This dude right here, he's probably a grown man that made an account to come say the most craziest comment. You don't want to be that dude. Don't be that dude. That dude right there is exactly who I'm talking about, man. That dude right there is zesty bestie, bro. That fool is he's not what you want. That when I said there's examples of what you don't want to be, that's what you don't want to be. He ain't got a platform. He probably don't got one YouTube video, and his whole existence was to come say some outlandish shit. Damn. Mind blown. What do we have in this life? Did you see the interview with the dude from West Denver, the prison YouTuber? I did a reaction video on that, my homie. I did a reaction video. If you go to my channel and sub up, you'll see I did some reaction videos to all them videos right there. Um, when you being real yourself, that's when you are your best. Hell yeah. That's something I had to learn, my brother. I'm gonna be real, homie. When I was young, and I say this to everybody, bro. I was a kid, fool, and I was a loving ass kid, homie. My mom installed being loving and being respectable, and my mom installed a lot of good morals in me, bro. My pops, my pops, he was not in my life, homie, and that's not an excuse for what I went down. But my pops got popped when I was younger. He got killed. After that, bro, I knew that I had to step up and be an individual that was riding for the family, homie, right? And it turned me into that shit, bro. I fought to have that reputation. I fought to have a reputation of being a person that people feared. I fought for that shit, bro. That was my whole identity, is to be that dude that's not gonna play. And I did a lot of bad things out here to people, bro. Honestly, when I was younger, like very, very mean. At one point, I didn't give a fuck about myself, bro. I didn't. At one point, I'm just like, this is what it is to be a gangster, bro. Stepping over people and people that even had love for me, just being cutthroat, homie. And it earned me a DOC number, homie. Almost cost me my life for being like that shit. It almost gave me life sentences for being like that shit. So I went from being a good ass kid and being a kid that had love for everything to learning the rules and hate and having hate to going to prison at an early age, bro, and catching almost a life sentence, but getting it down to a 10 piece. And then going into prison at an early age and learning more and more hate. But prison, you gotta be that fool that's not gonna show any type of fear. And I built that shit around me, homie. I went extra for that shit. to getting out here and still doing the same shit. Even when I got out the penitentiary, I was still doing the same old shit, bruh. I was still politicking, putting shit together, still having little homies ride and do all that shit. And I finally understand because I was like, why am I not even happy with that shit? I'm not happy to have that respect and people respect me and having little homies that look up to me and having a turf that I run. I created a whole circle of a turf off of my turf that I actually ran under the other homies from the turf. I had little homies that were on call and all that shit, bro. And I still wasn't happy with that shit. I'm like, why am I not happy? You know why? Because deep down, it might have been some shit that I was just pushing and striving for, bro, because I was not happy with that shit. I wasn't happy with the turf. I wasn't happy with the homies. I wasn't happy about how shit was going, how everybody was about their self. Nobody was willing to actually put shit together. I wasn't happy with that shit, bro. The thing that made me happy at the beginning of my stages of gangbanging and shit, that shit, it was not even happiness no more, bro. Getting out fools on a regular, that shit used to have me, that shit gave me happiness, bro. Seeing fools drop and getting at these fools, that shit used to actually put a joy in my heart, bro. But after a while, bro, that shit just was, it was not bringing me happiness no more. Being Sevlok, the Loke, Crip Streeter, homie, that shit was not bringing me happiness no more. So I already knew, homie. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I need to do something different to give me some peace of mind, homie. He said, I got 6 hats. Let me see. I'm gonna peep you out. Appreciate it. Why do you think Devon hasn't popped off with me? Because everybody hates out here, my homie. Everybody hates on each other. We got haters all across. Nobody wants to work with each other. Everybody hates, bro, and everybody's trying to have a kingdom. And there's not a kingdom. There's not a kingdom. There's no kings out here, bro. Instead of working with each other, everybody wants to hate on each other. That's why music hasn't popped. Bro, I work in an environment where we had this dude that was racist. I don't want to lose my job for fighting him, so I instead turned him to HR. Everyone at my work called me a snitch. At the work site, he was tripping. He was over there on some racist shit, just acting crazy. I told them, it's my morals, bro. It ain't worth it losing my job. I have 3 kids that depend on you. Yeah, I mean, you got the foundation, my brother. Like, that's your money, man. That's your life and shit, bro. And you know, say choosing and picking the battles, bro. That's just crazy, man. That's what you gonna have to deal with a lot of shit like that, man. Choosing and picking your battles. I guess that's what it is growing up. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to separate that shit. Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chopping it with the good people, bro. Kind of giving you a little bit of a rundown about different things, homie. Now that I realize it and my eyes been open to a lot of shit, bro, I realize that shit. Like, realize that shit, bro. Throwing 30 plus years of your life away for certain things, bro, that didn't really bring you anything, homie. Cause I talk about this always to my homie. You in this life, homie, like this gang banging culture, right? And you're basically getting a name of either being bad or good. And most people in the gang banging culture want this respect of being a real one. That shit is what everybody strives for, to being a real one and being these fools that just dominate, homie, and having that name, right? That's what everybody strives for. That's what we all strive for. I got good at that shit. Hell yeah, I got good at that shit. I got good at earning that aspect of respect. Hell yeah. But it's wild because all the respectable people that really put their life on the line for shit, them fools right there will get smoked, bro. Them fools, they would do everything for the turf and politicking, homie. And they'll be the ones that get killed by the hood. These are the honorable fools in the hood that set the morals and values and have integrity for the set, homie, and they'll get killed by the hood. So all that respect that they earn, homie, it was all for void because the hood ultimate just killed these fools, bruh. What up with it? What's poppin', my homie? How you guys doing? What up, Big Rye? What's cracking with it, my homie? How you doing, my fam? Mal high salute. Mal high salute. Um, so all that trying to earn respect from the set, homie, and being down with the turf. When I think about that shit, homie, yeah, that's all good and dandy. You got a good name and all that shit. But what does it do for you, bruh? Because all that respect can't go and give me a job. I'm 40 years old. You think if I went to the job interview, I said, homie, I'll run the set, homie. I got respect in the hood. You think these people are gonna give a about my respect? You think having respect gets me money to pay my bills, bro? All that shit's all good and dandy, homie. But in real life, when you going through your real problems, that respect can't save you. It can't save you from going homeless. There's people that got respect all day that are homeless. The hood didn't even take care of these dudes. Fools that created their whole politic. Fools that were pioneers in their sets, bro. That can't even go, don't even have a house. They're homeless and their homies won't even give them a dollar or even help them fools out. And they probably don't even want that. But the fact of the matter is them being pioneers of their set and having the name, they should never be homeless, bro. But the set left them out to dry. Like what? This is what we get for gangbanging and being real. I rather just went to college, homie, and play sports. And you can say whatever you want, homie. Yeah, you was just a little short dude. I was good at sports, fool. I was the midget that was good, homie. My athletic ability, bro, would have took me over the thing. I could have been a linebacker in the NFL, bro. And I was going down that path. Gangbanging is one of the devil's many schemes, brother. It is. And that's the truth. It really is. Because I got a sense of that too. And I'm glad that God opened my eyes, bro. Because I realized since I was a kid, there was a bondage from my generational. My family was all involved with the streets. So that shit was a curse that was put upon my head. And yes, I had options and choices. But before I even could even discern that and separate it, I was already felt like I was just too deep into gangs. So all my abilities that God gave me, bro, my sports abilities, just being a fool that can do different things. Like I was so fast when I was young, bro. I threw it all away for the hood, homie. All away for the gang, bro. And now I'm 40 and I'm thinking about that shit like, damn, bro, I gave a lot of life away to some pointless shit. Now I'm trying to figure shit out. And I'm on here rambling to you fools. I guess maybe that's why I do have a YouTube channel too, because it's a way to vent over so many years of not being able to talk about this shit. And that we just all trying to strive, bro. Respect gets you smoked and hated. Damn, bro, that's you couldn't even say that more realer, homie. You couldn't say that more realer than that. Respect will get you killed, knocked off, homie. But we strive for that shit, bro. We strive for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we think we want. And it's cool all and dandy when you get that and you got a little respect from these fools, the little homies looking up to you, and you got this name, like, yeah, homie, that's the big homie, that's the G right there. I got love for the big homie. Cause you earn that shit. That's all good and dandy, hell yeah. But what is it? What did that shit give me now? I don't even know. I really don't even know what that shit got me now. Cause I'm here just facing life and just going along with the stride, bro, and just figuring it out. Cause all the homies, all the homies that I grew up with, bro, are either dead, gone, trying to figure their whole shit out, bro. And I don't get a phone call from homies on a regular, bro. You good, homie? Even the fools that respected me. Like I said, if you ain't around them doing what they're doing, homie, they don't got nothing for it. They ain't gonna do nothing. And you ain't gonna get just normal conversation with me, bro. I'm gonna tell you, let's get in the gym, homie. My little baby homies, bro, fools that were directly under me, you could ask all them fools, bro. We gotta get in the gym. You gotta get your money. Stay away from all that partying, because that's where fools are getting killed, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay on your P's and Q's and be the best person. Them fools didn't want to hear that shit. The little homies don't want to hear that shit. They want to be out there being party crips and being the fools that are just, let's put everything on camera and, like, bro, man. or the Lord is trying to get you to save someone. Hell yeah, no, that's my calling too, homie. To be truthful, I have a platform, and I have fools on a daily that I always talk to, bro, and they're always like, bro, like I don't know what happened, but I tapped into your platform, and it changed my mind on a lot of different things, bro. Like, and sometimes I act out on my YouTube channel, but whatever I'm doing, bro, like it's reached kids, homie. So I know that there's a purpose why I do this shit still, and I didn't finish, I didn't quit, because somehow people still are like, bro, like like your shit just done changed my mind about some shit. Your shit helped me with suicide. I'm like, damn, bro, that's deep. That is crazy to me, homie. Like, what? I was a vessel that you're still here, bro, because you was talking about command suicide. Savage Sev, the fool that just talks about different things from Denver that helped you change your life, bro. You don't know how you are a light to different people. And we talk about this shit, bro, all the time, homie. And this is the real deal. That's why I had to change the audience. The audience, bro. I had to change my surroundings, even on YouTube, because the fools I was chilling with when I first started my YouTube channel, dude, I'm thinking of myself after a while, homie. These are the fools that I'm actually surrounding myself with, homie, on these YouTube platforms. These weirdo ass suckers, bro. These fools that are all about a circle jerk. I was saying this last night. And all they do is on these panels. They got fools I would never ever give energy to in the streets. I'll just slap the shit out these dudes. And this is who I connected with on YouTube. I said, bro, hell no, I don't want no parts of that shit. I don't want no parts of that. I had to separate myself even from that shit because I wouldn't even chill with these fools in the streets. These fools are just beneath me when it comes. And I shouldn't say it like that but real talk, bro, they didn't have nothing to offer me. And this is kind of the face right here. This dude, that the real cowboy Dan, this was the face over there, bro. I'm glad he popped in at that time, because he was the face of these dudes over here, bro. They were all weird like this guy. Every single one of these dudes. They would be porn bombing, homie. Everything with some homosexual shit out their mouth, and they would act like it was about football, bro. But they would be around the scum of YouTube, homie. And I said, bro, this is who I actually, the audience that was over there, and it was all supposed to be about football. I said, bro, I gotta go make my own lane. I gotta go make my own shit, because I can't be around that shit. Nah, that I'm too advanced for that type shit, bro. And you know what's crazy, homie? And this is the wild one. This is the wild shit. I knew some people that I grew up with. I grew up with, homie, and got so caught up in that bullshit. They still intertwined with that shit. So I started thinking about my own homies, like, bro, if you can sit and involve yourself with that type of shit, you might be a bad person. I started thinking like this. If you can sit down for hours and be conversating and have conversation for these type of people, you might be just like these people. YouTube streets, we talk about it in prison, fools getting turned out. The YouTube streets was turning out fools, bro. It was becoming the shit you don't want to be around with. You ain't gonna allow that shit in your life. And these fools started becoming these fools started becoming that same audience. These dudes and that's how it is in the streets, right? Too. You become who you're surrounded by. You might not even want to be a part of some shit, bro, but you're peer pressure. These fools is grown ass man, homie. That's another thing. Grown ass man being peer pressured. Is that ludicrous, bro? That's wild to me. How you a grown ass man and you're peer pressured by these dudes? These fools got you dancing, bro. They got you on puppet strings. These fools got a rope around your neck and they got you dancing like a puppet. And you don't even see the shit. You're the laugh of the whole community. And these fools got you dancing. Grown ass man, bro, are doing this shit. Wow. I don't know, fool. I could never be that individual right there. I could never be that, bro. I couldn't even fathom. I don't even know how. I don't even know how to conduct around because you always know this, right? Your heart, your heart's gonna tell you. Your heart's gonna tell you, bro. You're not doing something right, man. I used to be in that aspect, bro, and my mind's telling me no. My heart's telling me no. It's like, bro, you ain't in the right spot, homie. You ain't in the right spot, bro. What are you doing with your life? You conducting yourself around these dudes? Get it together, Sev. And I realized it. I had to get away from that shit. Shout out to the real genuine homies, bro, because there's some real fools that still linger and they still around. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? When I say this, bro, I appreciate the support. You still show love. That's some real shit. But I couldn't stay in that aura, bro. I couldn't stay in that aspect, homie. I couldn't stay. I'm like, nah, I gotta get away from this shit. Let's go Nuggets. And like, that trap, homie. You know the trap. It almost got me, my homies. That trap almost got me because I was feeding into that shit. I fed into that shit, my rotters. It almost got me. It was squeezing the life out of me, homie. I never was a social media type dude, bro. I never was. But I call myself being bounded in that because it was funny. There was some funny shit going on, and it was funny. It was entertaining, but I call myself really getting embedded in that shit. And I'm like, and then I had to think, like, bro, are you really partaking in these activities over here? You're starting to beef with some fools on the internet. You're starting to trip with these clowns that, let's be real. If you catch them in the streets, if you caught them in the streets, their whole energy is going out the window. They're gonna try to be friendly. But in my mind, I'm getting so caught up in what's going on and the disrespect that I'm like, bro, if I ever catch these dudes, I'm gonna try to hurt these dudes. They think it's a game. They think that it's all for play. In their minds, it's all for play. It's just another day on the internet. In my mind, I'm like, bro, they disrespected so much. If I catch these dudes, I'm gonna try to hurt these dudes. They don't even know that they're putting themselves in a trap because I'm really on that shit, bro. If I catch you because what you say on the internet, behind these internet games, I'm gonna try to fucking really hurt your ass. And then I called myself and I had to talk myself like, bro, like it's not even that serious. It's not even that serious, bro. But being around that shit, that's kind of what happens, you know? But shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. We chilling, bro. I just got over my sickness. What you guys on? What you guys on tonight, man? What's cracking with everybody out there? What's good with everybody? Now, I appreciate it, my homie. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad I broke away from that bullshit, man. I'm glad. I'm glad I broke away from some of that bullshit, man. But it's just like when you know what I'm saying, you get introduced to something, bro. Everybody trying to be a part of something, right? Everybody is. Everybody trying to be a part of some shit. Everybody's trying to find their ish. So when I came to YouTube, it was kind of cool. It seemed like there's a brotherhood. It seemed like it was a band of brothers, bro. Reading into that shit, I thought that's what it was. I was new to YouTube. I was new to the shit. So I thought it was some authentic ass individuals. And there were some good ass people. It was a good thing. But when I started seeing people's actions, I'm like, y'all is terrible people. And the bad part about it is y'all are internet characters. You are internet internet gimmicks. This is not how you are in real life. This is not how you are. But what's crazy about it, my people, what's wild, I kind of got away from that over there. I went and seen other communities that were kind of like, I didn't know YouTube was on that spectrum of communities, right? In every community, bro, the communities that are the most toxic are the ones that people tune into, the ones that everybody loves to be a part of. They love that shit. They love it, bro. They soak it up so much. They're like, did you see that clown shit that this fool? Everybody loves it. Everybody. And I'm thinking of myself as an individual that just lives off, has integrity, morals, and values, bro. I'm thinking of myself like, why? Why is this the norm of people? Why does everybody want to see people run themselves to the grave? What up, 5280? What's good with it, Brody? I don't see the reaction video. My boy, it was a YCMG from the West Denver. Oh, yeah. I seen that shit. My homie. I actually seen that shit just recently. I commented on that video, too. It's a newer video, I know that. But I'll probably do a reaction video to that one, too. I thought you meant the shit with the FBP fools. So, I realized that shit, bro. I realized that's what YouTube's all about. It's like everybody wants to be a part of the circus. And I understand. People, I understand you can get caught up. You can get caught up being a part of the circus and you don't even know you're a part of the circus. Because if you know shit's wrong, bro, and you know shit's wrong, and you kind of just partake in still the activities and around, you're kind of a one of the problems. If you know shit's wrong and you just glorify it, and you're kind of one of the problems. And I finally understand that, like, I had to kind of just figure that shit out, bro, and kind of try to make my own lane. Kind of had to, what's up with it, Big Josh? What up with it, Hitter? What's up with it, Bigfoot? How you guys all doing, man? Appreciate you guys. I had to realize that shit, bro, and it was one of the hardest things, even with that shit, to try to get away from that shit, because even to this day, homie, them fools will still bring up Savage's name. And it's already been since 2015. I haven't even been a part. 2015, I left that shit in 2019. I was done with that shit. But see how it still tries to draw you back to it, because once you're a part of something, there's always gonna be individuals that try to bring you back into some shit. And I guess when it's all said and done, homie, like I look at my platform and I see the real ones. I see the riders, bro, and the real motherfuckers, homie, that stay showing love. And I know I said it multiple times, I was done with YouTube. Multiple times. Because I felt like if I wasn't the best of my ability and like the best of a person, homie, I was not going to bring good content. If I wasn't living one way and 100% going that way, I was not going to bring you the best content. And that's kind of where my whole situation, when I said I was leaving YouTube, and I know a lot of fools call me out on, I thought you were gone in this. But the crazy part about it is, bro, is like, not only on YouTube, I meet a lot of people that I come across. I mean, if it wasn't for these dudes to give me energy and be like, bro, you helped me in my life, homie, like I probably would have been done with YouTube. But there's always people that always just show love, bro, and I always get it, like, homie, you got a voice still, bro, you know what I'm saying, for what you do. And that's the real. I don't think a lot of people on here aren't the same in person as they are on. There's a lot of that shit going on, Bigfoot. There's a lot of that shit going on. There's so much gimmicks, homie. Everybody's trying to paint themselves into what they are and what they aren't, instead of just being real. Instead of, homie, if you are a certain If you are a certain way, homie, no matter what, no matter if people like it or not, just be that person. Don't like you ain't gotta you don't know none of these fools on YouTube. But people be paying pictures like they this and that and this and that. And it's like, bro, I could see through that shit tremendously. There's fools on here that I came. Let me break it down. I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna say too much. There's a certain person on here that I met up with. I mean, and everything that they put out on YouTube was not them at all. I was so disappointed in how the person was acting. I second guessed this fool's whole aspect because he putting it out there that he's just a super just gangster, homie, a gangbanger. But when he was around, he was just this soft little dude that just you just looked at him different, like, damn, bro, you don't have that same energy at all. And one reason I know is because there was a certain thing that was said that if something happened in front of him, ever, ever, homie, he was gonna go off the hinges and have to get at certain people, right? Well, there was that situation occurred in my presence, bro. And none of that shit, there was no ounce of that energy whatsoever, bro. And I just looked at that, bro. And ever since I had to just kind of get away and not even support the dude's channel or nothing, homie. I had to get away from that shit, bro. Cause I'm like, all that shit just comes off fake to me now. All that shit comes off fake to me. Cause I would have respected it more if the fool just got active on certain situations and he lived up to what he was saying, but he didn't, bro. He turned all the way down and just kept quiet. And that's how a lot of these fools are, bro. That's how a lot of these dudes are. You know, one thing you'll get with me, homie, like I grew up off of trying to just push this aspect of just being authentic and just being a good ass individual, homie. Saying with Facebook, they not the same people. They're not. For the most part, everything that you see on camera with me is kind of just the aspect of how I am as a person in general, homie. That's just me. I keep the same energy. I just basically just that's just how I am all the time, bro. People just naturally just think that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just this individual that's just aggressive and all that shit, but I'm just like that. Whatever. It doesn't mean that I'm tough or none. I try to just relax and push peace, homie, and talk to the good people and be around people that, you know what I'm saying, that are good, homie, that benefit and push that success shit. That's why I can mess with my rider who ride. Who ride is one of the main example of what it is to be real as a person, bro. He don't have no ulterior motives. That fool is just a real ass individual. It doesn't matter if he fucks with you, he messes with you, homie. Who Ride is one of the more realer people that I ever met on YouTube, homie. And to this day, that's the low, homie. I literally ride for that fool. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. He's never acted he don't switch up. Even when I was around his homies, bro, never switched up. He never became a different individual. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna be straight up with you. He gonna be straight up with you. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no way around it with that fool. He gonna be straight up with you. I know many different times, bro, where if he says he don't agree with something, homie, he ain't gonna mess with you and act like it's all good. To be honest, he's gonna be just straight cutthroat with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I think I mess with him so much because I kind of just have them same kind of morals and values, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, that's that, man. We came in here, we chopping it up, bro. I appreciate everybody pulling up and come to say what's up, but we went off a whole total. I didn't really have nothing to say on when I first came on the live. We just chopping it up, you know. So you don't get that from people. Too many people no more, bro. You don't get that shit. You don't get that. Everybody wants some clicks and views, and everybody wants this image of this and that, and everybody wants to be known as somebody, homie. Everybody wants to be known as somebody on social media. Like, damn, fool. Why? What's the point of that? Like, come on, my homies. We gotta do better as people. We gotta do better as people. But that's what it is. Fools be wilding out, my dudes. People be wilding out. Like, homie, you just done showed your whole ass on YouTube for some damn clicks. I seen that shit, fool. I actually seen some dude on one of these lives take off his clothes for some clicks, bro. Started streaking on camera. They had that fool trolled so much, bro. They were like literally pumping this fool head up, and just to be the center, the class clown, homie. This fool stripped all the way down on the panel and started streaking. Like, bro, you are a complete idiot just to be the center of attention, not knowing you're the clown of the whole panel. They are trolling your ass and making you dance for the YouTube streets. Mind blowing to me. Fools is doing some weird shit, my homies. Fools was doing some crazy shit. But everybody was tuned into that shit. Everybody. They had so many people on that live. It was like, damn, fool, this is what you guys like watching? A grown ass man streaking on the video just to run us out to the grave? Wow. That shit's crazy, mommy. And Ben, just want to know if you ever heard of it. Nah, I never heard of that fool, my homie. I never even seen that fool's face. I was actually in Ben County too. I don't know what years he was in Ben County, but I was in Ben County. In 2000, I was in Ben County from 2007. Now, when did I go back? I went from 2008 because I went to the halfway house for like 2 weeks, and then got regressed, and then I went back to Ben County from 2008 all the way to 2010. No, 2011 actually. That's when I was in Ben County, and at that time, homie, there was like only a handful of West Side Dom moves up there that were from the West Side. What up, Big Valdez was cracking with it, Brody. I didn't see that. I didn't see him at all. No, there was a couple of fools from Dom Moo that was from the West Side. CMG fools, there was a couple of them fools. Yeah, there was actually. But nah, he wasn't in population. I never actually heard of that fool's name or anything. I remember the homie, he caught a case though. Everybody heard about that case in Colorado where they I guess they said old girl has snitched, but I don't know the whole story. I'm not gonna talk about it, but they burned her to death. I don't know if you guys heard about that shit out here in Denver. I guess supposedly she had snitched on the case, and they befriended her ass, bro, but they end up killing her and burning her alive. What you got going for the rest of the night? I'm just chilling, my homie, getting ready to clean the rest of this shit up before Thanksgiving. I got people coming over for Thanksgiving, so I got to get my house cleaned, and I'm getting over a sickness. I feel a lot better though. So I'm gonna probably get this shit organized before the holidays hit. So the fool that did that, he's actually the homie Munster. He a red rack. He from Damu, and I know him in CMRC because I went to Cheyenne Mountain. Yeah. My wife actually hooked it up. I had to do something, bro, because I was in the verge of cutting my shit again. He was in Cheyenne Mountain with me, bro, and that was my homie. Like that was one of my homies from Damu. Solid ass fool.
Me and that fool would chop it up on a regular. And one reason why is because we were both big ass Bronco fans. So it was kind of interesting in Cheyenne Mountain. Me and that fool would actually be sitting in the front row watching the Broncos. Hell yeah, that was the homie, man. Like Mustard, he had the keys for the Crenshaw Mafia fools, bro. He was like one of their big homies, really, if you want to know. And me and that fool actually would be watching the Broncos. And I remember one time the Broncos had got bashed out 54-14 or something by the Raiders. I know you guys remember that game if you're a Raider fan. Kyle Orton was our quarterback, homie. And there was these Sureños from California in there at the Cheyenne Mountain. And the whole time, bro, these fools, they were cheering. They were cheering because the Raiders are bashing us out. we had all that anger in, bro. And we were pissed. And I remember that game. Homie. That game almost set off a whole riot in CMRC. And if you ever been to CMRC, it was like big ass units. You had all kinds of like these not pods, but rooms, bro, 12-man rooms. But they went all the way down this hall. And it was like a big ass program. But one side of the room, it was all the Bronco fans, and then them fools were watching it on the other side of the CMRC where the other TVs were, and we could hear them. We could hear them fools, the Sureños. They were getting all hyphy because the Raiders were bashing us out. That fool right there, the homie Munster, he started being loud, like he started tripping over the Broncos and Raiders, bro. And he threw a chair in anger. And then the Sureños were acting like they were going to trip over it. So I hopped up right away, like, "What's up? It's Broncos, fool." So we almost set up a whole big ass fight over the Broncos and Raiders in CMRC, bro. Why can't Colorado have a Crip and Blood peace treaty? I mean, they have, bro, but it's just the youngsters, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they have, though. When Nipsey got killed, the Crips and Bloods, from every hood came together. They had a big old thing in the Dalmar Park, the Unity. So there has been, but you're always going to have youngsters that don't want peace. You know what I'm saying? They don't want peace. But if you know the older fools, a lot of the times the older fools are actually family members with these fools from this side, and they really honestly don't have no. You know, if you survived the summer of violences out here, bro, and you were a part of like in the 90s when the summer of violences was cracking in Denver, you lost a lot of people from both gangs. You've been in war since the 90s, so a lot of them fools, if you survived, homie, you survived a deadly ass season. You survived the deadly years where fools was dropping behind gangbanging, and a lot of them fools went to prison for a lot of life sentences. So just off the simple fact of the history, a lot of them fools kind of, you know, over the years, bro, they kind of just realized, homie, like, we're older, we survived this shit, bro, and there's no animosity with each other. But the hoods, especially from the east to Park Hill, they have so much history of just having beef. So, you know, it's hard to break them generational aspects, homie. That looked like a White Russian drink, Sev. Yeah, it was like some protein and some juice. It was protein and juice. Yeah, people say it was 93. I know a lot of other people said it was 93 all the way. The summer of violence is like, they say that either 92 was even more violent than 93, but 93 is like the main year that people say. And then 94, 95, it was cracking, bro. Like, fools were getting killed for colors. I remember being in the projects and you couldn't even come outside past 7 o'clock because fools were shooting up the projects all the time. And it would be a regular in the projects, bro. You come outside and it'd be a big old gang fight. Living on 26 Arapahoe, my family had a corner store right there. You come out the house and some of the family members, they will be fighting some of the fools from the projects, a big ass group fight. So it was a very, very active years. I mean, I was a kid, been dripped in Bronco gear, my homie. Let's go, bro. You belong home, my homie. You belong home, Rada. I told you, man. I told you you would come to the senses, my homie. I told you it's better on this side, homie. Uh, um, yeah, I was a kid for what? I was only homie, I was only 7, 8 years old at that time. 93. But I remember, bro, because my block was 26 Arapahoe. My family had property, so we lived in all my grandpa's properties, 26, and then we lived on the corner of 26 Arapahoe, on the corner, and my mom, she ran the corner store, but this was the time where people used to hang out in the east side. So you would come outside and you would see 20, 30 gangbangers. 20, 30 gangbangers. And my block alone, 26 in Arapahoe, it got a reputation for being a block that fools was getting killed off of. They called it a murder block at one time because that block alone had a lot of traffic, and it had main gangs over there. You had ESGs, 25th Raiders, the Compton Crips, Brick City, and you had all the fools that were in the projects. So them fools didn't get along, and it would just be active season. At Auntie's house for Christmas, bro, they would shoot up the house on Christmas, have a Christmas party, and then fools, we would have to hit the floor on Christmas, bro. Because the ESGs, they were just a house right next door to my auntie's, and some fools would be hitting the block for them fools, and our house literally would get hit in the crossfire. Yeah, that shit was a rough time back in the 90s, homie. The 90s was actually lit. That's how the whole Denver was, though. The whole Denver metro was kind of like that. Denver all around, bro. People were getting killed for their Bronco jackets. I remember people were getting killed for the Bronco jackets. I remember, I don't remember if you guys remember that case with that. Oh, damn. Damn, are you serious? Come on, man. Okay, okay. I'm tripping, my homies. Hold on real quick. Hold on, don't go nowhere, y'all. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Denver by the Walmart Coors Aurora Mall. Bills baseball card shop. Yeah, they got a nice little shop over there, bro. Get some good money for that shit too. Was 2000. Um, I was locked up in 2010, my bro. But you got to think right there. I mean, it was still going down because that was like that a couple years before that. The Bronco player got killed, and then they had a lot of fools dying. So there was back and forth. I remember fools was getting chipped off, but yeah, it was still active. It was just they regentified Denver, homie. They regentified in that area at that time. They just was knocking down project housing and moving everybody out of the Denver metro. So I got some British Knights and some Nikes, bro. Jack from Roller City West, but I remember Roller Express. If you a real one and you was from Denver, you know about Roller Express. That's hard, fool. Uh, yeah, 2010, homie, 2010. I was in the penitentiary. I got out in 2011. But yeah, it was fools was dying, homie. Like fools was still dying, bro. And I remember when the Bronco player got killed because that was like 2007, I think. The streets was on fire, homie. I'm saying like they were rounded up. If you were even a part of any gang, you were getting rounded up, questioned, homie, and they indicted a gang of people. Like, damn, bro.
You're on fire.
I am on fire. I'm on fire. Hey, at least I feel good right now. I ain't got a cough no more. Thank you, Lord. Everybody had a good night. Hey, what's up? Have a good night, Shy. Was that true? Being gentrification? Yeah, bro. They hit the hood terrible. They did my neighborhood so dirty. They did the east side so dirty. I got out and didn't even recognize the east side. There's a few spots at the bar I think might be free. Get there early. Oh shit. Damn, I'm gonna have to go pull up. Why can't Denver get some good rappers? All the rappers sound the same and spit the word talking about shooing the ops. We need a Eminem or a well. It just I mean there's all kinds of variety, homie, and like I don't know if you're trolling or not, but I'll admit there was a lot of artists that suck, definitely. Because everybody was trying to be something that they're not too. Everybody wanted everybody wanted that sound. You know what I'm saying? But there's artists that are actually decent too, homie. Like we can't say every artist is terrible. Like I'll say there's a lot of artists that made Denver look trash because they tried too hard, right? And now it's kind of like this, bro. Everybody emulates the other cities too. So you need somebody that has like a great sound, homie, that really says something and really has a variety that you can actually play in any setting. But everybody that wants to be a part of the streets, like you said, is all about let's shoot this up and that and that. You need a variety, man. You need and that's where being an artist is a thing. Because there's rappers and then you have artists that can put out good music. So the north side gentrify. Yeah, that's just trash too. I mean, they did that to a lot of Denver. They did that to all kinds of places in Denver, my homie. They're like a few spots along the bar near Pepsi Center quarters. Oh, damn! So you actually got the plug and you got the clearance on the card game. That's tight. Oh yeah, my brother. That was something I was trying to do. I got all kinds of Bronco cards, but I don't. My uncle was a collector at one time, homie. So I don't really know how the cards work. You know. We'll have to definitely sit down, bro, and I'll definitely chop it up with you about that shit. But yeah, man, that shit was wild, homie. Like when I got out of the penitentiary, Denver was already changed, my homies. Every neighborhood in Denver was changed. Every neighborhood in Denver was changed. The north side. The west side was getting Sun Valleys. They were already demolishing the Sun Valleys. The east side, they started calling that shit Rhino District. The north side, the Highlands, and all the families, homie, that we grew up with in the east side was pushed out. They started pushing them to Aurora. A lot of families to Aurora. And then they started pushing all the fools in like the west side to Lakewood, homie. That's why Lakewood became like the new spot. You go over there now, Lakewood don't even look the same. It looks like some shit straight out of Zombieland with all the fentanyl use. West Colfax, all that shit. They moved all them fools, bro. When they moved me to the Westwoods, they had moved me to the Westwoods for parole. They moved me to the Westwoods for parole, bro. It still had the Denver feel. It had the Denver feel at that time. Like fools... there was still shit going on in the Westwoods. Like everybody was over there too in the Westwoods. That was a melting pot at that time, 2011, 2012. So that's why I say the Westwoods was the last neighborhood in Colorado that was the feel of Denver. It was still like that feel of old school Denver. Now they're regentrifying the Westwoods. We lost, homie. We lost the communities. There's not even no communities out here no more. My buddy girl was from Lakewood. They're the Walmart KFC. Okay, TJ Maxx. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where they paroled me, was the Westwoods. It was easy to get a spot over there too. They had. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know where you at. They had a gang of slumlords in the Westwoods. I came across a lot of slumlords in the Westwoods. And them slumlords came with all the poverty. But it was somewhere it was one of the more cheaper areas still in Denver. And that just gave me a feel of the old town, man. That gave me a feel. But I went over there recently, and they're actually regentrifying the Westwood area now. Sad, homie. Sad situations for Denver natives, bro, that grew up out here. If you're born and raised in Denver, bro, like, you know, it's a sad situation, homie. You see that shit, and you see your city, like, just kind of losing the history and losing what we grew up off of, bro. Man. We'll never get that shit back either, homies. They're moving everybody out here, bro, and nobody even knows the history where they are or where they're moving to. Nobody even knows. There's tons of traffic, yeah, man. There's a lot of rush hour out here. A lot of rush hour. Yeah, it's overpopulated. I was in mad people from St. Louis. It was mad people. Oh, damn. In the Midwest. That you know what's crazy, bro? When I think about that, to be honest, I think if I would, and I had gave a real thought process about this. When I went to South Bend, Indiana, and I was out there, homie. I just felt like it had more like of a feel of community. I was out there for a summer, a couple summers, but the summertime, the community came out, homie, and they were barbecuing, block parties. They had the 4th of July had popped off, bro. They had a whole block party of 4th of July, homie, like community. Back in the day, that was kind of what East Denver felt like, the projects, bro, a community. It was just a big ass community. And I went to South Bend, Indiana, and I said, bro, like if I ever like got some money, this would, and I wanted some properties, I would actually, I know it sounds crazy and people might think it's crazy, but I would go get a house in South Bend, Indiana. I would go actually have a summer house out there because it was cool, bro. It was like a cool atmosphere. Like it was pretty dope out there. You know? Have a summer house out there, bro. Like be able to leave the city of Denver and go out there, Michigan Lake, homie. Go out there and go to the spring break. They have spring break at the Michigan Lake, homie. Go see that big ass lake that looked like an ocean. Go to Notre Dame, bro. All that shit. Like that shit was kind of cool. That shit was kind of dope out there. I bet I drove through there before. Where the ski resorts are out here in Colorado, like where we are. Yep. Yeah, it was cool out there. I didn't honestly, bro, because people made it out to be like very dangerous. People made Indiana to be very dangerous, and I guess it was dangerous. I guess people say it was hella dangerous. I didn't see the danger. I didn't see the danger aspect. I didn't see the dangerous aspect out there. Kind of was just like it was something that people would say, but I really didn't have no situations, and I went all throughout there. I went all throughout that city. Big Air, what's up with you, brother? How you doing tonight? We just chilling, man. We chopping it up. Chopping it up about the city, about the natives and everybody in Denver, how shit's just changed dramatically. It's kind of what we on tonight. I didn't see that, bro. I didn't see the danger aspect. I was not looking for it either. I wasn't looking for it. I was out there trying to get away from the toxicness of Denver. I was chilling. Bro, it was so funny. It was so funny, bro, because I have an uncle that's out there, and he a G. He a old school GKI. I know the Coorsville. Bro, he living out there in Indiana, and I didn't know he was living at where we were going, and he has that aura of the old school G. He convict, homie. What up, Jane? What's going on, mate? He got that old school mentality, bro. If you know anything about the G's, the old school G's, the ones that literally paved the way, he brought that shit out there. He brought that shit out there, full-fledged. That was the toxicness. I seen some Denver shit out there. Like, damn, fool, this fool brought all the Denver roots, the real Denver metro. He brought that shit out there, bro. And that's what I would see. That was probably the most toxic shit that was out there that I seen. I know the Coors Field area from going games. Oh, nice. Yeah, that Coors Field is cracking. Bro, Glowville is gentrified as well. How, yeah, they gentrified Swansea, all of it. He brought every ounce of Denver out there, homie. What's up with it, Rodham? What's up with my Easies? Let's crack it with it. Eastside Denver in the house. Let's go. I get out there, homie. I get out there with my wife, and I'm a grown-ass man, though. At the time when I go out to South Bend, Indiana, I'm already fully grown. I get out there immediately. My uncle's like, yeah, we about to get in the lanes on some family shit. I'm like, nah, fool. What is you doing? I didn't come out here to function with you. He thought I was the little homie. He thought I was little nephew, bro. He thought I was little homie. So he was fully just toxic, homie. I don't know if you know any family members that are just pure convict and toxic. He was out there doing the most. I said, man, your old ass needs to chill back and relax. You too old for all this shit. You in a whole different state tripping. You don't know anything about Indiana. You out here tripping. But he did. That's what he did. That's uncle for you. I went and chilled with that. I went and chilled with him one time, homie, and I almost fought that dude after we got out the bar. But when I was out there, homie, we were the OG was fired up. Yeah. So yeah, homie, he was all every day though, homie. You got like peep game on this. You got to understand. Every day, homie, he was turned up. I'm talking about like this fool would be on missions, fool. So the first day I go out there, homie, he's like, let's go to the liquor store. So I go, it's my uncle. I haven't seen that fool in a minute. He knows a couple people down the block in South Bend, Indiana. Their streets are kind of like narrow. He's pulling up on his homies all aggressive, like, my nephew's in, my big nephew, he's in town and he'll knock out anybody. Like he's showing me as like a trophy, homie. I said, chill out, fool. Like, I'm not even out here on that time. We go to the bar that night, homie. He starts sharking fools on the pool table. We act like he don't know how to play pool. And he starts getting fools for money. He act like he didn't know how to play pool, bro, but he knew how to play pool. And I caught on to it because I'm like, fool, you know how to play pool. What is you doing? Hey, G, don't even trip about what uncle's doing. Just sit back and watch how I do this. Well, they caught on, fool. These fools caught on. And we're not even from there, bro. And these fools caught on, so they started They started tripping. They started tripping. My uncle turns all the way up like, I don't give a fuck, homie. You don't know me. This is Denver. He started banging Denver on these dudes. They were looking at him. He's like, yeah, G, you don't know. And they thought he was a GD because they got GDs out there. I had to grab his ass like, nah, fool, let's go. He's tripping all the way out the door. So I kind of was kind of irritated with Unks. I was kind of mad at him, bro. Like, that's the first day that I'm out there. He's acting like that. And I came out there to just get away from some shit out here in Colorado. So I wanted to go out there and just change up some shit. The whole stay, homie, we stayed out there, and this fool's just turned up the whole time I'm out there. But one day, and I had told this story, we go out to the bar, homie, and I decide to go to the bar with this fool. And somehow he finds himself at the house and jacks somebody for some shit. And we was about to get busted on, bro. We was walking down Michigan Avenue. If you know Michigan Avenue, it's like Colfax. It's their avenue out there in Indiana. And I remember the fool that came out the house, he drove by us on a bike after the situation had happened. And he had some fools walking towards our way. I said, man, these fools about to kill us. So we hopped in the car and went down to the bar, and this fool started talking crazy to me. And I was already turned up because I was a little mad. I started tripping on my uncle, homie. We almost got to fighting in the middle of the street of South Bend, Indiana. Hey, that shit was wild, homie. They be on some gangster shit till the casket. Yeah, bro. They be all the way turned up to the cat. I actually got some message that fool was still tripping. He called my other relatives. He called my other relatives, bro, tripping still. I said, Uncle ain't never gonna change. He went to the penitentiary out there and everything. Yep, they close to Chicago, homie. South Bend, Indiana ain't really too far from Chicago. Like, it's only like maybe like 15, 20 minutes away. It's not too far. It was cool out there though, homie. It was all right. I actually liked it out there. Oh, I actually never drove through there. I've been for Indianapolis. Yeah, it's kind of around that same area. It's kind of around that same area, homie. It was, I mean, like I said, I would actually, if I had a little bit of bread, I would go buy a property in South Bend, Indiana, because it's hella cheap out there. It's kind of cheap out there, so I would have a summer house out there, homie, because I like that feel of. They had a place called Alcar. They had a place called Alcar out there, and then South Bend, Indiana, and then they had this place on Michigan Lake, homie. If you guys ever get a chance, go visit Michigan Lake. Beautiful, homie, super beautiful. Me and my wife would go over there all the time. The scenery is so beautiful. They have spring break and shit. Just go to Michigan Lake. It was tight out there, homie. Like I would actually go get a house on their Michigan Lake. A lot of my little G's act up when I'm around. They start getting rowdy. What up, hey? What up? Yeah, that was a lot of the fam, homie. A lot of the riders, bro. I had a lot of days with some good little youngsters from your sector, my Rada. Is it anything like? Nah, South Bend, Indiana. It's all Midwest, my homie, and they don't have like Crips or Bloods. They have GDs, Latin Kings, Vice Lords. They're not really. It's like they're all ghetto. Everything is ghetto out there, homie. I'm talking about every single person is ghetto, and it's a gang of people that just are from poverty because Indiana's pretty poor. So you go everywhere, it's just ghetto. You go, like I was at the plasma center, and it's the plasma center alone is ghetto, but all the workers are ghetto. They were about to fight. I'm about to get stuck on the table, and the workers started almost fighting. They almost fought each other. And then I get out of getting the plasma, bro, and there's crackheads in the freaking plasma center smoking bops, bro. They was smoking crack cocaine in the plasma center. What up, Ghost Love? What's up, my rider, my sada? What's cracking with it? Not South Bend, Indiana, bro. It's like, so how I would describe it if I was in Denver. So if I was describing it from Aurora, you know where Aurora is, the old Aurora from Chambers all the way to not probably by the hospital all the way to Yosemite. That's how South Bend. That's how the whole South Bend is, bro. It's just one big ass street. One big ass street goes through it, and there's the more laid back side on Portage, and then when you get across downtown, that shit becomes their hood. The whole strip is just the hood. Well, my auntie lived on this side of Portage, and it's still kind of like hood, homie. But they got a lot of foods like big ass wheels and shit, bro. It's like it's Midwest. But once you get past the bridge and you go past downtown, that shit turns into a whole hood. Like everything is hood out there. And you just see a lot of foods just hooded up. Dang. Got la caca. Stop, homie. Oh, true. Compared to Colorado. Let's see. I've been to Indy. Shit, I'm over here. We just chopping it up about the town, man. I'm just telling about when I went out to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, this is the thing. If you're from the streets of Denver, right? You're from a hood. I didn't really see a fear factor out there, my homie, because I wasn't looking for it. I didn't see how fools were taught. Like it's like they're like, hey, bro, fools be getting killed out here. And I was walking through their whole shit. And like I said, I only had that one incident with them fools, but nobody ever pressed. Nobody just walked out on me like, what's up, homie? You in the wrong hood. I didn't see none of that shit, bro. And I'm a bigger dude too, though. I mean, I know fools they're not just gonna tend to want to just do that with me, but I didn't see none of that. I have more violent PTSD in Denver, homie, just being in politics out here. I felt kind of safe out there, bro. It was not my backyard. Nobody was looking for me. I didn't go to the store looking over my shoulder like how you do in Denver. You know what I'm saying? If you're tapped in the streets or that. But I guess I'm kind of a little different, my homie, because I was in Kansas City, Missouri also. And where I was, they called it Killam, Missouri. And it was on Nob Hill. And if you look up Nob Hill on like YouTube, you'll see Nob Hill apartments. They have fools getting killed left and right. And we moved to their projects, homie. We moved to their projects, like me and my wife, just one day, because I almost caught another case out here that put me away for a long time. So I dipped out of city. I go out there and we didn't even know where we were going. Like we just knew some people from Kansas City where they said we could go out there. We pulled up and no cap, homie. No, I'm not kidding. You get off of their main highway, they have a lot of forestry in Kansas City, Missouri. It's real green. It's like around a lot of forest. And their main exit that we got off of, you take that first right and then you turn into this frontage road where we were going. You go up the block and their apartments that we pulled up to, it's surrounded by forestry, bro. It's surrounded by forestry. There's only one way in and one way out, homie. We pulled up like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm looking at the apartments, and I'm like, where the fuck are we? Because it looked ghetto as hell, bro. I knew we were in no Pleasantville, homie, right? So we go in, and it's like we go to sleep. Well, the next morning I come outside and I go to the balcony. I'm drinking a cup of coffee, and I'm just analyzing where I'm at, and that shit is run down ghetto, homie. Nob Hill apartments. It's like they're projects. Well, the people we were living, she didn't even give us the rundown of where we were coming. It was their hood. And they were running it down and they were like, yeah, it's crazy around here and this and that, bro. And they were like, we don't really even go outside, because I was like, so what do you guys do for fun out here? We don't go outside really. We just like go to the plaza. That's their little thing. And I'm looking at them like, bro, so you guys stay like prisoner in your house because of your neighborhood? Basically, that's what they did. They were scared of their own community. I just told them straight up, like, I'm not doing that in the summertime. I'm not going to stay in this crib. So I go out and I start walking the projects. Bro. I had a pit bull and I had a burner on me and everything. But I started walking the projects, homie. And there was no light-skinned people at all. It was all black folks, bro. And I'm used to Colorado, like it's not racial too much out here in Colorado, but out there they looking at me like I'm an alien, like I just touched in, like because it was all black folks, bro. They're like, who the hell is this big ass fool in our projects? So I just kind of just started walking over there every day, and there were some cool people. They were just like giving me, they were like, "You're not from over here, huh?" Nah. I was like, "Bro, I'm just passing through, honestly, but I'm gonna walk over here because I'm over here." And there was some cool, but they were like, "Hey, bro, just be careful out here." Well, what's crazy about over there is that they don't have like a bus. They don't have a bus line. They got one bus that stops, and there's only two. There's only two Walmarts, right, in the whole Kansas City, Missouri. It's only two of them. Every neighborhood around the apartments was boarded up. There was no stores. That shit was run down, homie. So we had a whip though. We had like our van that we drove out there with, and when I tell you it was racial, homie, I never seen like race. I never seen the racial aspect separate, homie, like where people stay separate from each other. But the white folks didn't talk to the black folks, and the black folks didn't talk to the white folks, and the Mexicans didn't talk to nobody. They didn't like each other. I didn't know that's how racial it was. Me and Lady said we start driving around. They got a place called the 20s and 30s, bro. Like this neighborhood, that's their hoods, 30s and 20s. And so out here, like if you're not from here, bro, like if you see certain people wearing certain clothes or certain colors, you automatically and they look a certain way, you automatically know where they're from. You just know. Especially being out here, you're gonna know who's who. If you see certain fools wearing a O hat or a Boston Red Sox hat or this and that, you're gonna know where they from. You're gonna automatically. Out there, you pull up to a certain situation and some fools might roll up and they might be on all different colors. Fools might be flamed down and then some fools might be blued down all in the same car. And they're not really on like how Denver is on Bloods and Crips. It's more about cliques out there. Now they have Bloods and Crips, but a gang of it was all about their cliques. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cliques. There was no jobs out there either, homie. There was no jobs out there at all. I had to go to Kansas City, Kansas to go get work at the Amazon. So I'm traveling across city lines. I'm going across city lines to go get work in Kansas City, Kansas. It's like an hour commute to work. And we literally were going to work at Amazon. And Kansas City, Kansas is a little better. It's more like, it's not as rough as Kansas City, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden my car breaks down, homie. Like my car breaks down in Kansas City, Missouri at the apartments. We couldn't even drive. We had to sow that shit. And out there, there's not bus lines. And you don't want to, like, I didn't want to be on the bus out there. So we called my auntie to come get us in South Bend, from South Bend, Indiana. She came picked us up. She came picked us up like immediately. Killer City, where Fat Tony's from. Yeah, he wasn't from like that area, but yeah, that's kind of where he's from over there in Kansas City, Missouri. Now they got one spot. It's beautiful, super beautiful, homie. And it was the Plaza. That shit was the Plaza. It was a dope spot where it was like their only place where it was development. I mean, they had a college over there, and you go over there, bro, and it's beautiful. It's like a downtown Denver, really. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of Kansas City, Missouri, homie, that shit was run down. Run down, bro. I don't recommend nobody go out there. That shit was depressing. My buddy got off the exit in Kansas City to look at graffiti. Went to Louisiana. That shit was pretty crazy. Yeah. Louisiana, yeah, that's a different ball game out there too. We drive down by some train yard and there was a bunch of people on the corner. Oh shit, okay. Who ran it down? Huh? South Sunshine, hook up a huh? I don't even know. You started rapping. What up, Big Go? What's cracking with the homie Mo? What's good with you, Brody? We're just talking about some, you know what I'm saying? When fools move out to other cities and shit. And if you stay, like, I'm just saying like this, if you stay in your own lane, most likely, homie, you ain't gonna be in no trouble. Cause I didn't cause no trouble. I just I made sure people knew that I was over there in them apartments. You know what I'm saying? I made sure, bro. Like I went out every single day in Kansas City, Missouri, in their apartments, bro, because I wanted them to know I was over there. I didn't want them to be surprised, homie. So I walked my dogs. I had a pit bull and a German Shepherd at that time, and you could walk all around their apartments and come back to the apartment. So I'm every day, the same time, I walked through that project housing, homie, just to make sure they knew I was over there. So, you know, if they had any questions, they could hit me up like, "Hey, bro, you what's up, bro?" Like, and it was a little different atmosphere, bro. It was really racial though, bro. Like I don't think I could live in a city like that where it's just all racist, bro. Everything, it seemed like it was racist and everybody hated each other. Everybody. Everybody was asking me, why you come out here, bro, from Denver? Ain't everything being built out there? I'm like, yeah, fool. I mean, we left toxicness. Shit. After a while, you can sense where someone's from. Hell yeah, you can smell that shit. Like, ah, homie's from over there. Where are these fools from? Um, Casey, yeah, that's a rough area, man. The day we drove through, yeah. But I never and I go back to the main point. I never had a fear factor. I never had a fear factor out there like where I just thought my life was in danger, homie. And that play and all them places technically are bad. But I never seen the bad aspect because I was not tapped in. I didn't know nobody. Nobody knew me. So I was kind of free. So that's why when I say when fools come out here and they talk about Denver and they're like, bro, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing going on. I got to laugh at that. It's because honestly, first and foremost, why would you want to come out to Denver and see the rough aspect of Denver? Like you're a civilian. You don't need to see that shit. Why would you come out to somebody's city and look for the shit? You look in the wrong places, you might get torched, bro. You might die. You might get killed over looking. I don't go to other people's city like, oh, bro, where's the danger? Ooh, where's the murder? Where's the gangbangers at? You know, I never did that. And honestly, I always say this, like the fear factor to everything for us is out here in Denver, homie. You know, like, good evening. Not sure what's going on. We just talking. We just celebrating a good day. Hope you good. Hope everything's good. My high salute to you. You know what I'm saying? We just over here talking about, we don't even got a topic. We just talking about leaving our cities and, you know what I'm saying, going to have a good time. Anybody who think Denver ain't active just needs to go stand. But I see it like this too. I see it like this too, Ghost, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a civilian, homie, and nobody knows who you are, you don't have a name out here, you don't have face, you don't have no type of resume, you ain't gonna just get hit up by the random gangbanger because gangbangers got issues, bro. They looking for what they looking for. When I was gangbanging, bro, you think I just would randomly just bang on civilians? You don't get no stripes for that shit. I'm looking for who I'm looking for. I'm worried about who we looking for. I'm not worried about a civilian that don't even look like he's from Colorado. Like, he a nobody to me. I'm not going to get no stripes or none of that. So that's the thing about it. Any civilian, you're going to probably be safe out here. Just keep your nose clean and you won't have problems. But you mess with the wrong people. You mess with the wrong people, bro, you might get killed. And that would be crazy, homie. You come from another city, homie, you get knocked off in Colorado or Denver over wanting to put your nose in some shit. That's not you. Or get wrapped up. Even if you kick up some dust, you get wrapped up and you're going to do time. Stupid. You're dumb. Twist your nose. You got caught up to go to somebody else's hood in the backyard to just get caught up. You're a dummy. He said, yeah, Custer. Yeah, Custer. I stay banging on civilians. Yeah, bro. Yeah, civilian headbanger. Seems like the street common sense. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely, like real shit. Like, yeah, it would be street common sense. Like people literally should have common sense. Just chill. Go be a tourist. Relax. Go be a tourist and relax, bro. When you come to Denver, smell the good air because you're like a lot of your foods' air is nasty. You go to your air and you're suffocating. Like, what? You're suffocating like, damn, bro, this air quality's terrible. You come to Colorado, you got the mountains and healthiness. Why don't you just come out and ski or something? Do something that you ain't never did in your own city. Go breathe some good air, homie. Go to the mountains, hike. Like, don't try to go, let's go to Colfax, cuz, on a, you know what I'm saying, on the Yosemite block, cuz, let me go see what the murder rate is. That's dumb. When I go to California, bro, and I was out there and I was living, I didn't want to go to Baby Snap's Alley, bro. I didn't want to go to the Skyline Park where I was living in San Diego, Chula Vista, bro. I didn't want to go over there. Like, what would be the point? You know what I'm saying? I was living out there trying to go to the ocean, homie. I'm trying to go to the San Diego Zoo and SeaWorld, bro. I'm trying to go live life. Killers don't mess with killers. Hey, you know what? That's real, bro. That's what I'm talking about, homie. You came in with the craziness, but you speaking some real shit, homie. Nah, I'm with the ski resorts. Let's go, bro. Let's go. That's why I got these hands and keep. Hey, yeah, you have to, though, bro. You got to. You got to just be relaxed and be peaceful. And then, you know what I'm saying? If it comes with the territory, bro, do what you do. Do what you do, Rada. Damn, bro, you still alive. Yeah, man, I got off topic. I started talking about moving to other cities and, like, I did, man. I got off a sidetrack. Like, damn, homie, what's going on over here? Hell yeah, salute it, man. I appreciate positivity. I owe it to the community around me, bro, to be positive now, bro. I always was bitter beer face. I used to be a bitter beer face type dude, like, who's this fool, homie? He's moving into the neighborhood. He's too loud. What's up, bro? Hey, homie, you're too loud. Don't be moving your shit too loud, homie. I used to be that type, bro, mad, stressed out, and getting health problems because I used to be pissed at life. Like, fuck these fools, fool. I don't want to be like that. I just want to be peaceful, bro. Nah, call stand your ground, word, just go back. Yeah, and hell yeah, let's go. That's why I stay in library reading. Hell yeah, fool. Hey, what's up, Stepper, man? God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you, my dude. Hey, God's good, homie. God's good. Yeah, I had to. I mean, I spent a good aspect of my younger years, 18 all the way to almost 30 in the penitentiary. And I learned a lot of shit in there, but my dumb ass, bro, got out, and I still wanted to be involved with the homies and my people. And I literally just almost caught life sentences after that. I almost caught a whole new case that I would have actually got life sentences and not been here. So I'm glad my people was praying for me, and everybody was just praying for me, homie. And I finally just understood, like, you got to get your shit together, homie. Negative. They'll bring negative actions and bring negative. Hey, that's real shit, because misery loves company. We always say it. We always say that, man. I'm gonna rather give some. Come on, fool. We give hugs on a daily. Today, when we was at the gym, I said, get that shit, homie. We was at the gym hitting out that muscle money, bro. I see you over there. I said, get that shit, homie. You know why, Ghost? Because you, like I said earlier, I said I got one real homie that literally I'll call him anytime of the night. And he's not even 2 minutes away. That fool's 50 seconds away. And I don't have to ever question him. Because I know where your mind is, bro. You're one of the realest homies that I ever met. And I can honestly give that respect. Homie, you my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Facts. Yeah, real talk. All right, watch. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. Hey, come knock on the door real quick. I'm going to count it. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. What's up, Rodas?
What's up?
See? Let's go.
What's up, Nene?
What you doing for?
Shit,
See? And y'all didn't even know, bro. Like, that's how quick it is, bro. Like, we are neighbors, homie.
automatic.
Y'all don't even know, bro. We could hear it. We literally sometimes just knock on the wall, and I know, and he's like, bro, that's how I know this fool's my workout partner now.
Yeah, I'm right here.
This was the workout partner. He over here pushing 315 with me, homie. Like if you can't push 315 right now, you can't even be around us at the penitentiary risk.
Come here, boy.
Let's make a spread, fool.
Let's do it. Shit.
That's what's up, homies.
They didn't know. They didn't know how close Ghost was. Anytime Sebs calls, I'm right there.
This little big ass kid right here. Me and him be wrestling, bro. He's a powerful ass little dude. We be wrestling. We literally were out here in the middle of the hallway, bro. Broke the whole fire extinguisher. What you doing, my brother?
He tripping.
What's up, fool? What you got going tonight?
Shit, I'm chilling. Just chilling with
Say
Amy's
what's up.
mom. What's up with y'all?
Hey, y'all didn't even know I actually trained with Bo Nick. Bo Nix is at the crib.
Oh, you stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix, fool. Bo Nix for 6.
Yeah, I'm right there. Whenever Cuz knocks on the wall, I pop over real quick. I'm right here.
Yeah, no, we literally, cause like I'm strong, bro. I literally. Oh.
Hey, get your brother. Get your brother.
I'm gonna go see what Jay's talking about. Oh. Milo, stop.
Yeah, what's up, girl? It's a WWE.
Oh, fool. Nah, cause when I first met this dude, he actually started tapping in with me on my YouTube, but homie does Muay Thai and shit. He fights, and he does that shit where he jumps off of buildings and shit. He could jump and do a backflip off a building, bro, and roll and shit. That's what this fool does, and he actually fights. He's actually in the combat. So me and him, we always stay on our toes, cause like I'm pushing everybody around, homie. Like real talk, I can just push fools around. But me and this fool, we'll go in our hallway, bro, and we'll start just like slamming each other against walls. And the other day, we literally broke the whole fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
And we live right next door to each other now, bro. Like he moved right next door. He's my next door neighbor. You know, so yeah, that's what's up, bro. But Mahai, salute everybody.
I ain't gonna be barking no more, is you?
Nah, he just wanted to be. What do you got to say to the kids, man? Before you lay it down for the night.
What do I say to these youngsters?
Yeah, what do you say to the kids, bro? How do you feel about youngsters joining gangs and shit?
I think y'all just need to relax and calm down and go
Get
to work.
you a dog.
Get you a dog, for real. Have a couple kids, man.
Yeah,
go
man.
out there. Go out there. Get you a couple baby mamas, man. Get
Nah, fool. Don't get a couple babies' moms. This fool said get a couple babies' moms.
Nah, I just got one. I'm slacking. No, I'm playing. Get you a family, Craccin.
Yeah.
Have some kids. Go to work and leave that street shit out, because that shit ain't nothing.
For the birds, man.
Exactly. And half the homies you think is solid is gonna flip anyway. So
This fool started laughing because you said get a couple babies' moms.
it's Mando, you know.
He said if you don't have 2 babies' moms, you're slacking.
You're slacking. I only got one. I need to get my game up, you know.
Nah, but yeah, no, we're just chilling, bro. We just, man, honestly, bro, that's what we do. We kind of just kick it as all the big ass family. And it's always the people that you come across, homie, and they might not be your even immediate from the get. He lost his channel, Steppa. I'll put it in the community post and I'll tag you into it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tag you into it. But so sometimes like everything happens for a purpose, because I met this fool when he was young. Like me and him talking on YouTube. Like we were talking on YouTube, and I pulled up on him immediately, bro. And he bought some shirts and shit. And I seen he was in the gym, because that's a big thing to me. Hey, Milo, stop. We're gonna stop now, bro. You bipolar in here. So we got to get into the gym, and this little dude is hella strong.
Come here.
I'm saying this little dude pushing a weight. Like he pushes a weight. So we started kicking it, going to the gym. And then all of a sudden we kicked it, like for sure. And me and him we linked, you know what I'm saying? We linked, and that's kind of what it's been. Now he's my neighbor. So I go out of the house, I'll just knock on his door, be like, what's up, bro? You ready? It's my neighbor, homie. I literally knock on these walls, and his kids, that's my babies right there, his sons. They come up to me like Uncle Sev. They run up to me, both of them little kids be running up to me like, what up? They're young, but they're some savages, bro.
Oh yeah.
They're savages.
Whenever I got a problem, I just give them to Uncle Sev real quick.
I just hold them like, come here, fool.
Yeah.
I'm in Green Mountain right now. We live in Green Mountain. We live in the Polyettes.
Polyette Projects, 2 P's in a C.
Yeah, we live in the Polyettes, fool. We live in the Green Mountain Projects. The Venezuelans try to take over the hood. No, that's right now. Yeah, we live in the Polyettes, my homie. Like over here by it's kind of by like Sims and Alameda. Oh yeah, we moved back over here. My bro.
Wonder what ever happened to Paul.
Damn, OG Paul, man, he was a sub.
Paul was your sub?
Sub. Hey, Paul, if you get this message, we love you still, homie.
Yeah, Paul, I'm over here now. You gotta come back, cuz.
Yeah, you gotta come back to the Polyettes, fool. You gotta come back to the Polyettes, my homie. Yeah. We miss your drunk ass on every time I used to come outside. This fool used to be drunk off the 40 ounces.
Yeah, I miss seeing you on that corner, Paul.
Nah. Green Mountain's like Green Mountain's just a little bit down from Lakewood, but it's kind of in that area. Yep, right by the Green Mountain trails. The Green Mountain trails, my brother. We like it in this area though, right?
Yeah.
You like it in this area since you moved over here?
It's cool.
Yeah.
The Green Mountain gangsters be thinking they active. They be getting hella active over here.
They do. The Green Mountain fools be out here tagging it up.
The little Green Mountain fools be thinking this.
So now that we were talking about that, that's what I was trying to say. Like these little dudes so be impressionable. They be so impressionable about being a part of something. You got little fools up here that want to be a part of something. And I got a little partner that I talk to now. He was so magnetic to being a part of something. He almost went down the wrong path, bro. And it's like fools are lacking the leadership, homie. Lacking the leadership. And people and young kids are just going down any type to be a part of things.
Yeah.
They want to be a part of everything, bro. It's like I have a lot of heart for youngsters, bro, trying to find their way because we all were youngsters. We try to find our way. Some of us went down some roads, bro, and it was too late. Mm-hmm. Way too late. Mm-hmm. Because the guidance wasn't there, homie, and everybody that was teaching us was other fools that were in the streets. You know? Any little hoods move out there. Hell yeah, we got little Sureños. The Green Mountain Sureños.
Some East Side Riders.
Some East Side Rider fools.
Some West Side Riders.
So when I first moved over here, these apartments were like 10 times more active because they moved all kinds of little fools over here, bro. They used to be fentanyl all throughout these apartments. And one of the maintenance dude, his little brother, I don't know what he was doing one day, but he started, I was leaving the house and he started striking up gang signs. And I was just laughing at it. But I came back and I got in my truck and then I got my key and I look in his rear view and he's in the middle of the street. And I take it as he's hitting my car with gang signs. So I go to the gym and I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, like, that fool banging on my car? This little fool banging Green Mountain Bloods on me? So I come back and I go outside. I have a homie from New York and I'm the homie New York that was here.
Yep.
I said, hey, you know the fool with the red car? He's like, yeah, he be over here. He's the maintenance man's brother. So I'm letting out there and I see this car, I see that red car come down the block and it comes up and he don't see me, but that little fool was in his phone. That's why like dumbass fools be in their phone, not paying attention. And he didn't see me walk up on a car and I was like by the window and he didn't have nowhere to go. And he looked up at me and he's like, he got stuck. And I said, homie, did you bang on me? Were you gang banging on me? And he started stuttering. I said, get out the car, fool. You don't even know who you were throwing gang signs up to. He got out and he's like, I said, where you from? Oh, bro, I kicked with these fools. I didn't really even get quoted. I said, yeah, take that shit away from your vocabulary. I don't even know why you even bang. You don't even know who you're even hitting up. I will slap the shit out of you, little dude. And he was like, he started stuttering. And I said, hey, come here. Come, because he was a mechanic.
Yeah.
I said, come here, bro. I need to know what's wrong with my truck. And you're going to do this shit for free.
Is that Jess?
Nah, hell no, it's not Jess. It was another fool.
That fool's a mechanic too, huh?
Yeah, Jess is a mechanic. But he knew how to do cars because I seen him working. So I said, come look at my shit and you're going to do my shit for free for banging on my car. So that fool actually did the things that you put the the things that make the shit go through the wires. What is it? The filters?
I'm not even sure.
It helps like filter out the shit. It's in the car, but he's the one that did that shit for free, bro. He did that shit for free.
Oh yeah. That shit that was that pump.
Yeah, it's what keeps the shit going, bro. Like it's in the engine aspect.
All right.
But yeah, nah, definitely my homies. I'm about to probably get off of here. I appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in.
Is Mac in there? That full Mac?
Nah, Mac's not in there.
Hey Mac, when you watch this, you gotta come program, man. It ain't an
At the
option.
gym. No more. It ain't no option, my homies. Mac.
We're ducking the fades. And any of you youngsters that want to gangbang, come over here and I'm gonna teach you electrical work and how to get in the gym.
He said it's matter. That's how you getting violated.
And if you wanna gangbang, you gotta come catch your violations and learn a trade first. So come learn electrical work from your friendly neighborhood ghost and so get in the gym.
He does do electrical work too. He's an electrician.
Yep.
So he said you gotta learn before you even could get your stripes in the streets. You gotta come get a trade.
Yeah, because if you gonna gangbang and you're gonna hit the penitentiary, and when you get out, you're just gonna be out here turning it into a Blue's Clues. You might as well know a trade for you could support your family when your dumbass get out of prison.
Crazy, bro. All right, my homies. Well, God bless all you guys. Mahai salute. I'm gonna tap out, man. We've been on here for almost 3 hours. Damn. 3 hours.
You've been on there for 3 hours, fool? Mm-hmm. I just tapped in at the end.
I didn't even have no discuss. I really didn't even have no discussion going either. I just got on here and started talking. But salute, y'all have a good night.